The letter H. My lungs. Hello, my viewers, and welcome back to TiBBzTV. My name is Johnny. So anyway, what is life without our sense of humor? Am I right? You know, I really should starting anything conversations with, you know. Yeah. You sometimes have to wonder if the dying from my lung power is intentional. That or the soda I drank really is shit. So here's my thought, right? There we go. That was my thought for the day. Now let's start the stream, huh? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It's been such a long time. I haven't streamed in, I don't know, feels like about 12 hours. That's too much. It's too much. Like, I can't ever be the next. Actually, I don't think I want to be anybody. Everybody sucks. Tectone sucks. Asmongold sucks. Dr. Disrespect sucks. Most streamers suck. You ever notice that? That's it, guys. I quit. I'm done streaming. I retire. I resign. That's it. I'm going to do upload only content. What's the point, right? So, finally cut my hair. You know, I was looking at it. I like the mohawk, but it was hard to maintain it because, you know, I'm always out and about and my hair grows quick. Constantly. Just gets annoying. I said, fuck it. Let me just buzz it all off and grow it out finally. I know it says the road to Judgment Day. It's not. It's the road to my hair coming back to its normal long hair look. It's weird because, you know, I've had like several encounters with volatile people. They never go for the hair. Grab the hair, yank them onto their back, like, and then just kick them in the head. You know what I mean? That's how you win a fight. But no one ever goes for the hair. They're always like, just. All right. I mean, yeah, I guess you need to get your guard up, but like, I thought I wasn't a threat. You know what I mean? Because I have autism. Yeah, that's gonna become the new excuse after a point. Just watch. Held for review. What did you say? I busted a. Wow. I really want to read this one because it's just funny to me. So, second low key says I busted a peanut emoji on a random bird that couldn't fly once. I don't really think that's bestiality, but it does come awfully close, does it not? So anyway. Damn, 16 viewers in 38 minutes. Sorry for that accent, by the way. 38. So, like, damn. Knew I could do it. Told you guys. Day's coming. The day where Tubbz takes over the world and burns lolcow culture to the ground. I hope not, personally. Well, it depends on somebody's decisions. Decisions. I smoked weed before doing this one, so I should be more relaxed. Kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm not really psychotic. I'm faking it. That we'll say that. I'm faking it. That works. So anyway, hey, Annie, how you doing? So, I had a very eventful day, everybody. You all don't want to hear me. Reddit moderator final boss. Oh, yeah? Sweet. Where's he at? Let's see. I fell off the slide face first day and scratched my face and had a bloody nose. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Clean that up. Let's see. Are you on any meds? LOL. No. Meds are for pussies. I go and do this shit raw. So anyway, let's hear it. Are you guys listening? It is silent as the grave out here. At least I think it is. I think I'm making a lot of noise, but that's besides the point. So, greetings from Iran. How's Iran doing these days? You know, I'm sorry. On behalf of the Americans who are sick of our president's crap, I am sorry. You guys didn't deserve that. Not even pretending to. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of all this shit? Anyway, hope you're doing well. Let's see, I'm watching from jail on a burner. No cap? That's what's up. That's what's up. See, jail's not so bad, guys. I mean, fuck all that. It says, she loves Richie, says, fuck all that, do a flip. Donate $300 to my Cash App, and I'll do it right now. Well, after you donate, obviously. Because that's like a paying gig kind of thing right there. You'll see me do a flip or a complete fall out of my face. Or I won't at all. Let's be honest here. You can never predict the actual future. So anyway. Yeah, today was an eventful day, but how are you guys all doing? There's a lot of people in the chat tonight. Oh my god. It's like I'm popular all of a sudden. Hold on. Ah, come on. Just every other day. See, if you have to pull your neck all the way in, that's not legit neck beard then. Hold on. For all the haters. Alright, guys. My name is Wings of Redemption. And I have a... Holy shit. I've had that my whole life. And I don't know why the fuck it's there. I've had it since I was like 9. What 9-year-old has a beard? I do. So anyway, hey, I'm black. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. I don't issue with black people. Let's see, watching your drifter arc. Oh yeah? I think it's more of my rise to power arc, but I guess you gotta start somewhere, right? So let's see, are you male or female? I won't even entertain that with a question. You just have to guess at this point. Let's see, found a home or yet? Or are you still hoboing? Can it be both? I mean, technically both, because I hang out with this woman and she hated my last landlord. So she's just like, and she's rich and she has like a lot of assets. And she's like, I'm not there for that, by the way, but you know, it's there at the same time. And she's like, just come live with me for a while until you get yourself situated. I'm like, all right. So she'll take me to the casinos all the fucking time. She'll like always put $100 down. And I found out like the other day that her family is like all military, and that's why they're rich, because years of investments. So I'm like, bro. But at the same time, I am looking for my own place, so it's like a little bit of both technically. And you know, just for a little while. I don't want to get too comfortable because you know, you have to put a ring on it. That'll be wedding myself into a military family. I'll have high expectations from her parents or whatever the fuck. Like, just keep it friends and move the fuck out when I get a chance, right? So anyway, nah, she's awesome though. But anyway, let's see. Got some comments here. This son, someone here called me a slur here earlier. Oh, well, let me know and I'll go call them out and kick their ass. I'm deaf. Is she male or female? If female, can I pull up? Are you female? They aren't answering. Might be an alien. You guys never know. Let's see. I would start slow and... Not reading all that. You said... The last part I can. He says, you moan. How about that? Oh, yeah? And then all like the gay hobo come out of nowhere. I'm like, ah, shit. I didn't realize they were here too. Anyway. But it's... Come on, guys. Hobos are transient workers, not bum. I guess that's true. They called me a, oh my god. Oh, that's not nice. You can call them slurs back if you want. I won't stop you. Let's see. Someone sent gold coin. I appreciate that. Thank you. I always gotta love the golden coins. Ever since I started doing heroin on the weekends, I can't afford gold. I don't know. I've never done heroin, nor do I want to. I don't judge. I'm one of those special brand of psychopaths where I like, okay, pedos, 2 rounds back of the skull, get rid of them. The immigrants can come in as long as they, do their fair share of work and help out with the country. It'd be nice to know who they are coming in. I don't want cartels in here. And then finally, you have the, whoa, dude, that curb came out of nowhere. Like it wasn't there 5 minutes ago. Remember, I did smoke weed before I did this, so maybe I just didn't see it. But then there's also the whole sense of like, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh, heroin, drugs, yeah. So drugs, I think drugs should be okay and allowed across the board. But if you fuck up using them, you can never use them again, or else you go to prison for the rest of your life. Yeah, extreme allowance should equal extreme punishment if you fuck it up. Because why does everyone get to lose because one guy's a jackass? Like, I'll only do weed. I'll drink whiskey, too. I didn't bring my bottle with me. Plus, I'm in public right now, technically. So, no whiskey right now. But maybe on our next gaming stream, I'll be down with that. But anyway, but I won't do the other stuff like cocaine, heroin, whatever the fuck. It's not my thing. But why should we say those people can't do it? And if they're doing it where it doesn't F up everybody else's life, and they don't go with a gun into a public place and act like a stupid idiot, why should we punish the ones who are decent about it? You know what I mean? If they OD in quietness and nothing happens to anyone else, why do we punish all them? I mean, realistically, it's not like I give a crap. I'm not the one doing it. And I also don't know what happens if you allow the public to do that. But I believe in an educated gamble. So at that point, maybe that's an idea. I mean, if we can do it with marijuana, I'm sure we could tax cocaine. And oh my God, would the cartels be pissed. There'd be on it too. So it'd be kind of what's up, Ever see a rabbi eat a hot dog, bro? Yeah, it's creepy. Like, weird. They don't put any ketchup or anything on it. It's like, what are you doing? Ruining a good American pastime. Let's see. We got Critical Rick says if they come from a shitty country, they shouldn't. I disagree, but I have some things where I do mildly agree. Let's say it's like, I don't know, Israel. Because all the diddlers that exist there, right? That backfired. Anyway, no. Oh, but realistically, if the country has a more problematic overtone, then maybe we should be a little more cautious when letting them in. I don't think there should be an issue. If we let them in, we just check them, make sure there's nothing on them. Any drugs, any weapons, any weird cartel tattoos? No. How are you looking at it? Is it an angry glare that you're coming into the land of the free from Mexico? Or is it a smile saying, hey, senor, you no speak no English? Like, I'd say the caution should depend on what's going on over there right now. Like, it's a good example. Oh, I don't know, North Korea. But anyway, let's see. Just trying to cover all bases there. The kosher ones. Oh, there's kosher ones, and that's good. Let's see. Can I have a shout out, please? Says MacFoxX. I mean, yeah, I guess that's what that was, right? Shout out MacFox_X. Let's see. What we talking about? A little bit of everything I've noticed. Let's see. For some reason, they take a bite off both ends. I've only seen that twice out of the 15 I've watched do it. Instagram is a really weird place, by the way. Just we have that out there now. That's where I've seen it. Never hung out with rabbis, nor would I want to. Let's see. We have nothing in common. Hey, Mr. Rabbi, my name is TiBBzTV. I do YouTube, and I call out diddlers. Rabbi's like, oh, I am one. Shit. You know what I mean? It's like, just don't think that would work. I'm not saying that they're all that, but there's a giant chunk of the demographic there. Let's see. How do you think Ukraine versus Russia will end? In a mildly and effed up entertaining way. I figure Vladimir Putin is a communist dictator, and Ukraine is a corrupt pedo enabler. Either way, we should end up being happy because, you know, as Americans, we don't like communism, 1950s, and Ukraine, well, they owe us at this point a shit ton of money, but we also don't need their diddler bullshit because that's part of what's going on over there. But we won't discuss the human trafficking. We can't do that. That's too much. YouTube will not appreciate if I go into detail. All right, fine, we'll go into detail. I'm kidding. We won't go into detail, but look into it. It's actually kind of messed up. But anyway, I don't know if we made God's chosen people take refugees, they could stop the evil. I don't know. If we make God's chosen people take refugees, they would stop the evil. Who are God's chosen people? It can't be the people in Christianity, right? Because those people be lying to themselves about God's be doing. I mean, I'm all for people believe what they want. But I'm thinking to myself, you guys believe, hold up. Let me take off the hoodie here, just show off my new haircut and ask myself, so we are all to believe that there's a man with a light bulb in the sky that walks on the clouds. I've never seen this in person, unfortunately. I guess he's busy somewhere else in the world. But he's up there walking on the clouds. There's no clouds out tonight either, by the way. Just stars. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, you guys can believe that if you want. What the fuck do I know? It could be true. Maybe it's past the clouds and the analogy. Anyway. But if I were to believe that there's a god of death in my head, there's help commenters on the internet, I'm insane. That's a little hypocritical, don't you think? Anyway, guys, you guys are awesome. Just so it's out there. Let's see, LOL, now they would just turn them into McDonald's burgers. I'll never eat McDonald's again now. Let's see. Do you think trucking is a good career? I wouldn't know. I've never done it. I also don't drive. Trucking was all right. There you go. You got some advice there. Thoughts on China spraying hormone-disrupting chemicals in the shipping containers? Just so I understand, is it the same shipping containers that go to Epstein Island? Those things go everywhere, by the way. But, like, if it's those ones... Thoughts on China spraying hormone-disrupting chemicals in the shipping containers? That's got to be Epstein shit. Maybe. That wouldn't be surprising at the end of the day either, though. Like, that'd be very... Anyway. I think it's sus. Very sus, yes. China's been on a 10-year op to trans or youth. I believe that. I don't like China very much. Some of its people are okay, but if it's from the CCP, remember, you can't spell CCP without CP. That's proof there's Epstein shit going on. Why'd they pick that acronym, by the way? So, I'm going to call it out now, China. That one's a little weird. Am I right? So anyway, let's see. There's no chosen people. What the fuck? I don't know, man. That's why I asked. I just want to make sure I knew what was going on there. Let's see. Hi, elves. Hi, elves, or what's up? Oh, what's up? To all the elves in the chat, what's going on, homies? Where you guys been at, by the way? Skyrim was like... Skyrim... We need some entertainment. The aliens are now out in the open. We're still not seeing them. The fuck are you guys, by the way? Like, they just told on all you. We know you're there. Take off your faces. Come out of the trees or some shit. Where are the fucking aliens at? What's funny is most of the planet doesn't care. Let's see. Hey, sent 6-7. Sent Sunday. That's what's up, 6-7. I don't know what that is, but still. Let's see. I'm here for it. That's what's up. Oh, shit, we got a critical think, yes. Hello, he means juice. Yes, you know what? Speaking of which, let's do actually that right now. I got this new Gatorade that tastes like crap called Summer Blaze. It doesn't taste very good, but Gatorade's Gatorade. Am I right? I'm gonna spend the next 40 minutes gagging now because there's a trash can. That trash can wasn't there a minute ago, by the way. Getting weirded out now. So anyway, I think I'm in the Matrix. Sent 100. You guys are awesome. Anyway. Yeah. You guys have any opinions you want to know? Just ask. I'll make a segment out of it later. I got to get home to my laptop in about 3 months or a week or whatever it's going to be. Because, I live with Lady Friend, but I left all my stuff at her place. I'm not going to lie, I thought this trip was going to be shorter. But, she said she wanted to go out, drive around, see some things. It's because I said I hadn't gone anywhere, like, ever. And she's like, well, I can take you to go see things. And I'm like, well, that'd be cool sometime. She literally just kicks the bed that morning, and she's like, hey, so let's go on a ride. I'm like, all right, thinking it was going to be like a simple ride. We drove all day. She's like, you got your phone cord, right? I'm like, no. She's like, cool, I got one. Let's just do this. And then I asked her where we were going. She's like, we're just going to go around, see the sights. And we have not been home since. I have this rule where I don't showcase her on stream because I have haters. And it's more for her safety because my haters like to dox women and target them and stuff. And it's like real douchebags I'm calling out because they look so stupid when they do that shit. Like, what the hell's wrong with people? You know what I mean? But anyway, so she stays off camera, out of sight, and then I'll stream for like an hour and a half at night because that's like the one time my phone's charged. And then afterwards we go watch a movie or some shit and just keep driving. It's nice. Meeting her and knowing her has been an experience that I wasn't really ready for. Mainly because I'm not used to kindness. Or at least, I'm not used to people doing it because they care. Usually everybody wants something out of me. So it's like, damn. I didn't meet you earlier in life, you know what I mean? She's been really cool. So she's over yonder somewhere, sitting in the car. Anyway, opinions on feet. Like, in what way? I mean, feet are alright. We need them to walk and shit. Look at my feet, like, damn, man, I haven't looked at my feet in so long. I mean, they're important, I would think. I'm not sure. That was supposed to be like some other kind of question. Like, what do you think on feet pics? I don't get it. I really don't. I've never understood that. I mean, I don't look at hands and be like, damn, sexy, Same thing with feet. It doesn't make no sense to me. But, I mean, as far as, them existing, well, I'm glad I'm not walking on stilts, if you know what I mean. I keep looking at my feet now. Look what you've done to me, man. Gotta get new shoes, man. These things are old as fuck. Anyway, my hands are frozen here. Like painted white toes. I mean, it doesn't do nothing for me, if that's what you're asking. It's like, they're all right, you painted your toes white. That's what's up, I guess. Not gonna lie. People call me a weird guy, but, like, reality is I'm actually pretty bland, I think. I don't know. I mean, I try to put on a smile and, crack jokes and stuff. Everything as far as opinion, I am being honest about at the same time. It's just, a lot of people ask me weird things, and I don't judge. We have a no judging policy here. If they're pedos, hang them from the nearest tree, Make sure the heart has stopped. But beyond that, we allow almost everything. There's certain things I would rather not have in my chats. There was, at one point, people talking about poop. Like, that was appropriate. I still don't understand what drew them to think that was normal conversation. And the funny thing is, we were playing Far Cry. What the fuck was that? Anyway, there's an out here somewhere. Guys, I'm going to get molested by an alien. Just watch. You're going to hear about it in the evening news. What happened to Tubbz? He was captured by UFO, and they probed him. He has not changed since. I have a Coke sitting over there on the ground. I'm wondering if the aliens are looking for it. It's funny. They put out the alien files. The first person you come out to in the world is me. Don't have that be the case. I don't need that responsibility. There's something going on out there. Anyway, let's see. Hey, bro, you need anything in life right now? Like $1,000 would probably cover most of it right now. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Right now, I'm doing fairly well. I'm mostly content. I mean, there is some things I would need. They're not like things you can give somebody, you know? More like a cure for depression. Let's not make the conversation dark. Let's have some fun here. But at the same time, depression is a thing. Or a inner sense of true happiness. I'm sure there's a few other things I can use as examples, but I don't feel like making this a dark conversation. Also, sentimental kills the vibe. There's something going on out there. Anyway, Cleveland streamers are fun. Oh, yeah? I haven't watched any myself. I'm over here representing Saginaw, Michigan. Well, actually, Central Michigan as a whole. But, you know. I'm going to tell you guys right now. There is zero chance we'll ever see the other side of the galaxy or the edge of the universe. I can tell. I say over here, start stumbling like a fucking drunk. I haven't even anything to drink tonight. I'm just looking up. Ooh, shooting star. I think that's what that was. God, stars are looking crazy tonight. Like they look more geometric than usual. Anyway, let's see. Hey man, life is full of ups and downs. You can't ever know what good feels like without the bad. Life's a journey. You just have to enjoy the moment and laugh at yourself sometimes. It's 100%. I feel that. Right now, I am on a journey of exploration to wipe all the scumbags off the internet. And I think I'm doing great. I think the depression is because inside I've always had that kind of going on, realistically. And the inner sense of self-happiness. I just don't want games, like video games, to be the only thing that truly, truly brings me joy. I also don't think, troll communities and people who torment others getting what they deserve at the hands of me, I guess. I don't want that to be it either. Like, I don't think I have to do very much. Just call them out, keep making about what they're doing, make them look terrible. They start crying. Eventually they get stupid. They get chased off the internet. Oh, there's my dopamine for the day. I just don't want that to be the one that makes me happy. Because that also is the thing. I find joy in the terror of my enemies. I guess. I don't really know what they're aiming for these days. Let's see. Health review. Shitting and farting. I don't know what to tell you, man. So anyway, it's a blessing to be on this earth with you. I feel likewise, man. I appreciate that. Earth has things going on, as you know. Best way to get that out of your system is to step away from social media and the internet. Take up fishing, dude. No, I can't do that. You're asking a lot of me. Yeah. I'm kidding, for the most part, actually. It's not asking a lot. It's just, I have this inner turmoil, I guess. And again, I don't want to kill the vibe, you know what I mean? But still, it's still worth talking about to some extent. See, if I unplug for a month and a half, 2 years, whatever, there's a feeling of terror inside myself that all those scumbags who do what they did in front of me and to everyone that I cared about and everyone I ever knew, they will do it to somebody else. And if I leave, I enabled that. But if I stay, I don't get to enjoy the lesser things in life. So I find myself trapped by empathy and guilt if I were to walk away. Which is, unfortunately, a me problem, if nothing else. But fishing, I could do fishing even still, I imagine. I think. I mean, I don't have a boat. I think I could buy a fishing pole, but that's besides the point. Still could give it a shot. It's just, the social media thing being cut off would be a little bit... there'd be an existential guilt trip, you know what I mean? Let's see. I've been to Michigan every summer as a kid to hang out with my grandparents and grandpa. Love the fish, dude. It's a beautiful feeling just to be at peace on the lake. It would also be a great place to drop trolls to their death. Cinder block, rope, duct tape. All right, let's just. I'm gonna reel it back in. Actually, now that I think about it, no, I don't know. I'd have to find out how to get there at some point. Give it a shot. I'll look into it. I'll give it a shot if I can. No promises. Life has not been forgiving lately. That is called a rock, I think. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I had more to talk about, but I'm thinking to myself, nah. I gotta find my spot in the world. Question for the community. All right, enough of the lighting effects. What do you guys think about Democrats or Republicans? Do you think they're both stupid, we shall be working together? Or do you think one side is more important or right than the other? Just want to see what happens with the chat. Gotta put that hate and anger into grinding and mastering craft at your own. Well, I'm really good at tearing those people apart, I've noticed. Journalism. I like the journalism, but I feel like at the same time, it's just a negative trait. Like, I've always wanted to be a writer. I've always wanted to make a change in the world. And I've always gotten sick and tired of everybody waiting for the next guy to do something when you see something terrible going on. And I found that I'm really good at archiving information and journalism. But see, that's the problem, though, is I don't want to do journalism. I don't want to cover internet personalities and expose the bad guys, call out the sickos and the assholes and the creeps. I just want to play video games. It's like the one thing that makes me happy. And I only want to do it for that reason. Like, I find inner peace by disconnecting from the world and playing games. Although I will note the new games are shit. They're terrible. Because I'll play Far Cry, Watch Dogs, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Call of Duty. And I can find myself becoming distracted and wanting to talk smack to the idiots in the chat or call out some kind of drama. I play anything on PS1 or PS2, though. I guess that does include a couple Call of Duties, of course. And I have no desire to do that. Which tells me, in my insane brain, that older games were way more fun. Because you didn't feel the need to be mildly bored and say, hey, by the way, this troll, F you. You know, like, that didn't need to be the case. I tested this theory with Spider-Man 1, Predator Concrete Jungle, and what was the other game? Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I played those for one channel or another at any given point in time, and I've noticed I just don't care about the drama or anything part of that. Anything that's remotely from the last couple generations, oh, the world sucks, let me discuss my rants. It's just like, damn, maybe the new games I should let go for a while and say, let's just play PS1 games for like the next 10 years. Because that is a weird thing to me. It's like, I'm not having fun with the new stuff, I guess. Let's see. Hey, bro, if you can put a smile on someone's face every day, you've made a change in the world bit by bit. I feel that, man. That's what's up. That's true. Let's see. Boy _ 7898 says, you ever see doo-doo stains on girl's G-string, but just, what in the hell kind of comment? Bro, you need to get your examined. That is a wild question, dog. Like, how do you put that in a live chat? Why would you be sucking the brown? What in the hell? I'm kidding. It is a weird thing to ask. No, I don't. How about that? Dude, there's some weird people on YouTube. I'm just going to say that now. Let's see. Well, man, all I can say is do it for you. Sounds to me like you let these internet folk ruin your fun. Just play the game, wipe up your phone, and then let them intrude on something you love. Pride. Go on, honest answer. That is my guiltiest sin. I have a lot of pride. Been fighting that for years. Let's see. You wouldn't live stream an intimate moment with a lover, would you? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I mean, sorry about that. I have terrible allergies tonight. But since I'm in the middle nowhere. No one cared if I blow my nose into the ground. So it's a disgusting habit, but in the middle of nowhere, right? I mean, I understand what you're saying, you know? If you're having a moment with something special, why do that? You know, like with Lady Friend, I usually don't. I don't think I ever do, actually. These streams just be consistent with my schedule, somewhat. But the reason why I like streaming the games, though, is because, you know, there was a point. I don't know if it's still there, to be honest. I mean, I think it is. And that's troubling to me, but at the same time, hopeful, because it means there's still somewhat a desire there to keep doing what I want to do in life. But there was a point where I wanted to be like all the other YouTubers. I wanted to build an amazing community. I wanted to one day achieve maybe 1 million subs. I don't really know about that. I mean, as streamers, it's a lot more difficult, but still. I've struggled with self-esteem most of my life. And a lot of times I ask myself, am I really good enough for anything? I also know that if you want to, what's the saying? Why have a job that you hate when you can have something that you love? Or something like that. I don't remember the quote off the top of my head. There's another quote by the Joker that's similar. If you're good at something, you never do it for free. There was a point in my life where I was really good at just enjoying the video game, you know? But it's not really about the money in that. It's just more like YouTube can be a career if you do it the right way, treat it right, you know? I've been here for 10 years as TiBBzTV, and there are days I wonder, what happened? I'm not disappointed. I just question why things took a certain direction. And then I realized I chose to go and deal with my problems with my enemies rather than just focus on the me. I don't really regret it, but I still wish I had spent more time on other things. You know, a lot of special moments could have had, a lot of positive moments, like good memories. Instead, I had to lose 3 channels. Never got terminated. I just gave them up. Once because I thought I had self-esteem problems. Once because I was going to end my existence on this existential plane we call Earth. And then once because they targeted my family, and I thought, oh, this would keep them safe. Nope. They spun any story they wanted. It's fine, I guess, but really wish I had done other things instead of all that crap, though. Too late now. Let's see. Pride is not a sin. That's some Magna Carta BS. Oh, yeah? Well, what I mean, I don't mean that literally in the, like, the God sense. I'm not really a God kind of guy. I mean, I'm sure there's something out there. I don't know if God's just an alien or there's something else. Or maybe he just forgot I exist sometimes. I don't know. But what I mean by sin is like, that's a problem that I create myself is more what I mean. Because if you sit there and you care about your image so much that you let people kind of dictate your life by tearing it down constantly, and you care that what people think of you that much because you don't want everyone to destroy the potential happiness that could be ruined by slander or whatever, you know, then yeah, that does become a problem because then you're focused more on your image than you are being you, I guess, if that makes sense. That's what I mean by sin. It's not so much the 7 deadly sins. It's more like, oh, this is a problem I've created myself because I can't just ignore idiots and forget that. Although I will note, they're persistent motherfuckers. Thank you for doxing me, asshole. Kidding. Trains all over Michigan. I'm in Saginaw, can't you tell? But anyway. I have no hair to run my hands through. I just do that to cope. Okay, we get it. We get it. Waldo's over there. I get it. God damn it. Are you done yet? What the fuck was that? Huge. No, fuck you. What? There's a lot of profanity coming from that direction. All right. Anyway, guys. Let's see. Pride is the same as self-esteem. Yeah, that part I do definitely agree with. Pride is good, can be a downfall when it gets out of hand and it becomes materialism. Yeah, I don't really care about stuff so much at the same time. I mean, I like having things. Who doesn't, you know? You will own nothing and be happy. I'm more like, someone should tell, that seems intentional. You got this fucking, this asshole train conductor's just, I know Tim's out there. He's going to hear this. No, just wait. For hilarious. I'll read the comments in a moment, guys. I promise. Are you done? Oh, wow. Bro, on cue. It's almost like I'm controlling a little button back here somewhere or something. Jesus Christ. There's no way they're still going. Dude, they're still going. Hope you all have a great night and morning. Stay blessed, stay safe. You too, man. You too. That might have been a ghost. Anyway, I think the trains are done now. Let's see. Anyway. That's what I thought. So anyway, let's see. I think the train's done now. Let's see. It's good to take care of yourself and the things you own. That's having pride. Well, and there you go. That's good then. God is very real, man. He sees you and does know you exist. He's always opening up his arms for us. Sometimes I wonder. No, I'll just wait. Motherfucker. They need to fire that conductor, man. I'm just saying. That man is really making... There's a noise ordinance in Michigan. Yeah, there's a noise ordinance right now, and he is just really taking advantage of his job. I almost respect that. Almost. You guys can hear this, right? You hear this lunacy? So anyway, let's see. Mail for review. I got proof of bro texting children. Oh, yeah? Drop that shit on your channel. We'll react to that later. Usually it's been BS. This ought to be good. So anyway, there's always that one troll that wants to call you out for things like that, but then you look at their stuff, you're like, I've already covered this being bullshit before, and it was proven later because they admitted to it. Although I can never actually recall myself texting minors. So he must mean somebody else in the chat. Either way, I don't give a fuck. Prove it, then we'll deal with it. Let's see. We need to have pride to protect yourself from these twiddlers. Yeah, that is my problem, right? I'd rather chase them down and watch them suffer, crash, and burn. For example, the guy that has been targeting me, who's also targeting women here in Saginaw, who's not going to step in and have a problem with that, right? He then decided to post on his YouTube channel today. Go to my last short if you guys want, where he brags about trying to bribe the Saginaw Police Department. And I had to ask, Michael Mitchell, with all due respect, bro, do you really think that they're so stupid as the Saginaw police that they're going to accept a bribe from you publicly? Because that's the interesting part. I'm like, bruh. See, that's my pride right there, though. It's like, I have no issue putting aside my happiness to burn theirs to the ground and then laugh about it. Because the guy, Deuso3, is so fucking stupid. He is so stupid This guy actually thought he could bribe the police in public and no one would notice, while threatening people, targeting women, and doxing and harassing families. All which you can find on my shorts tab, and you guys can feel free to share it, use it, post it, repost it, send it to your social media, and share it with your friends. Because he'll supposedly be here on June 2nd, while bribing the police, threatening people's wives, threatening women, sending strippers to places where there are minors, by the way, and then, of course, making threats towards people of the LGBT community, which is not okay, because, you know, a hate crime is still a hate crime, and look, man, I don't know about y'all, but people take that seriously in Democrat-run states. So, you know. Anyway, let's see. Agreed. 100%. Let's see. Where is there a person behind you? Is it your friend? Oh my God, it's a ghost. Or an alien. If you're going to probe me, at least give me a heads up. So I can say, because, you know, it's an alien. All right. So let's see. You like drug money. First, who doesn't? Like, I'm not trying to, like, put myself in a predicament here, but, like, who doesn't go to a dispensary and buy weed and then maybe sell a blunt to their friend, right? Like, at the same time. Let's see. Haha, you're a gay lover. This is what I'm talking about right here. So, we live in 2026. I'm not gay. I'm a straight white male. And the struggle to find a partner is real on that one. Because everyone's either lesbian or something like that. It's like, dang it, man. I was late. But, like, regardless, funny as it is, I don't know why we're trying to shame people for supposedly being gay, though. That, like, doesn't make no sense to me. Because if anyone was gay, it's like, you can't really demonize them for that. This isn't the 1950s. Bro, are you old? Are you like one of them, like 70-year-old men who thinks that's still a thing? This is like telling your grandpa, I came out now. They're like, what the hell does that mean? And they just get weird when you tell them what gay means. It's like, I don't know, man. Only old people don't know what that is. And this guy is really behind in current events. I also don't understand how it's funny. It's actually probably more terrifying if you think about it. See, for the next 48 minutes, we're going to discuss my sexuality. We might as well. Within the lines of YouTube, but for educational and informative purposes only. Thinking of you, YouTube. I don't know who the CEO is anymore, but anyway. I'm a straight, white, male American. I have hopped between Democratic and Republican parties. They're both interesting sometimes. I think nowadays Democrats are more sane, but back then Republicans were more sane, and I hop to whatever side is more sane. I've noticed that. And nowadays, anyone who follows Trump is allowed to do so, but he's on the Epstein files, first of all. Second of all, MAGA comes off more as a bunch of lunatics in a cult rather than Republicans. And then I found out this horrific thing where Republicans and MAGA are two different things. I don't know what to believe anymore. And then there's the aliens. We'll get to that some other day again. But anyway, straight white male America, though, right? White. I was born this way. If I look a little bit Latino right now, trust me, it's just the haircut. I don't think that... Was that a racist joke? I don't even know anymore. Can't never actually tell these days. But anyway, straight though, right? I only pursue the idea that I would like to date women. Because, I don't know, I guess I'm old school, I guess. I don't know. Maybe some things just never change. Maybe people never change. I have no idea. We get it! You're abusing your powers, conductor, by breaking a noise ordinance. I am, oh my God. But anyway, fucking train, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, when you're straight as a man and you're like trapped in a world full of people who like to swing towards other sausages, I guess, it becomes a little bit of a fearful thing. Because now you don't know who has the gay. I'm not judging either. If you're gay, it's fine. I'm not going to judge. If you're an asshole, I will say something. It's different, though. But now I have to sit here and wonder, Who am I safe around? Like, that was weird. It was like a row of lights and they did something weird and UFOs. Yep, they're coming. Project Bluebeam. Fucking knew it. So anyway, can ignore all that weird ass shit going on over there. There is some shit going on. I don't know why Lady Friend chose this spot. We're all gonna get raped tonight, I can tell. So anyway, my biggest fear as a straight man is that I might turn around and then some dude might just like, hey, big boy. I'm like, oh my God, why are you doing this? Please don't. That's my biggest fear in life. I am totally okay with meeting God. I have no fear. I mean, there's fear of heights too, but get into that later, I suppose. The only real fear I have is that someone might show up, a dude, and just stand behind me. And then I'm like, oh God, I can't see him. Where'd he go? There's like 11 racist jokes I can tell right now too. But I'm not going to do the whole camouflaging into the pitch darkness. So anyway. But while we're at it, right? So why do people start sagging if they come out of prison? You know, everyone knows that black people in the ghetto always have their pants sagging. And we don't know why they do that. From what I hear, it's because the reason why they're sagging their pants is because prison, that means you're available. Why is it so many people come out of jail doing that? What horrible things happened to you in there? I'm 38 years old. I've never broken the law in my life. And life has sucked, but I've never stooped that low, right? So I can sometimes laugh at criminals because, see, I don't care about breaking the law. It's the fact that you got caught. Like, if the point of breaking the law is to not get caught. So, like, what are you doing, man? If you go to jail and you have, like, a rep because you went to jail, I laugh at them and call them dumbasses because it's like, you can't sit here and say, oh, I got, caught with a murder charge. I'm scary. No, you're a dumbass bitch because all you had to do is not get caught. Like, use your brain, get creative. There's a million ways you could have got rid of the body. No, you're just there like, oh, I didn't know what happened, Your Honor. No, O.J. Simpson. No, actually, I can't talk shit about O.J. I should, because of what happened later, but like, seriously, it's like, murdered that guy and his ex-wife, or the fuck she was, and then the judge's like, you know what? I like him. He plays football. Let's let him out of here. So, like, that one, not a good example, I guess, but then you have, like, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, John Gacy. You know why they're assholes? They got caught. Morons. If you break the law, it's fine. I'm not going to snitch unless you fuck me over. But if you break the law and you got caught, I'm going to mock you. That means going to jail makes you an idiot because all you have to do is not get caught. It's like that easy. Basically, you don't have bragging rights if you had to spend time in a cell. It's just fucking pathetic. But yeah, if like, I get a question, they all come out of jail though. And think about that. Really think about the hilarity and the psychopathy involved there. You went and committed a crime. The longer, or the worse the crime, the longer the sentence. Every time they come out, their pants are hanging low. What the fuck is going on in these jail cells? I don't want to go or no. Okay, I find it weird that that's always the case. Always. Every single speak of the popo. Someone should tell them Dave is trying to throw a bribe publicly. Do you guys understand why that's a problem? To bribe the police publicly, by the way? I don't hate Deus for trying to bribe the police. I think he's an idiot for it. He's like, I'm going to throw these hands at you. I'm going to teach you not to talk shit about the map community. I'm like, the fuck did you just say? Deus is a pedo. I knew it from the start. That's why he was supporting Mark the Noob. Long story short, I made that guy my bitch too. But anyway, so like, I'm sitting here And I'm watching him publicly post a bribe, openly admitting to it. He's saying the police ain't coming to save you, boy. Like, I think he thinks because he's in Alabama that corruption is normal, but he also thinks he's a white supremacist because he's coming from there. Because only so many white people call people boy. Like, first of all, you're 42, Michael Mitchell. I'm 38. We're 4 years apart, not boy. Michael Mitchell likes him young. That might be where that's coming from. But anyway, the fact that he does it publicly, first of all, let's say the Saginaw PD. Hypotheticals here, okay? I'm not saying they actually do this because I don't think they would. It's a really stupid career move at this point for anyone to even remotely accept it. I mean, yeah, they'll take the money, but they won't accept the bribe. You see what I'm saying? They'll just look at it. This is just a donation, guy. He doesn't get his money back. That's if he sent it at all, by the way, but we'll speculate on that later. Let's assume he did. You posted the bribe and admitted to the bribe to the police so you can get away with targeting women, doxing their home, sending strippers to their house in the middle of the night to harass them, where there were minors, by the way. Wow. He's totally not a bad piece of shit. But okay. And then he proceeded to make death threats that are all centered around intended hate crimes. With intent. Now he's stalking Facebook groups to pursue the same people he was threatening before. And this bribe is supposed to apparently make them turn a blind eye. Because I'm looking at the line of events and when he chose to do this. Oh yeah, by the way, he's also making this bribe after it got out that there's going to be a police presence waiting you on top of it all. Wow. I thought he couldn't dig his hole any deeper. Here we go. So, first of all, Michael Mitchell, if you're watching this, you usually are, you do realize for them to be able to accept a bribe, that would mean it'd have to be a secret. Like, I'm not trying to explain to you how corruption works, but if the general public can see it and they accept it, you do realize they could get screwed over by that, and they're not stupid. They're called the police for a reason, right? So I'm just wondering, look, either you donate to the police station, and that's fine, or you're sending a bribe and not only incriminating yourself, but trying to incriminate them to be your accomplices, which is dumb. Bro, come to Saginaw, get your ass handed to you by all the people you threatened, the police, and yours truly, like a man, or piss off. Come in here. Why don't you get someone to help you learn to drive? Realistically, why would I need to learn to drive when I can pay someone who's already driving? I do pay lady friend gas money, so that is a thing. I mean, that's how I've always looked at it. I could just have a chauffeur. Like, if someone else knows how to drive, then I don't have to be worrying about getting behind the wheel. And like, oh, a cyclist. 20 points. You know what I mean? So, like, that's kind of my reasoning. Not that running over cyclists, it's more of a joke from GTA years. But anyway, I just don't really need to. I mean, maybe someday, but I'm 38 years old and still haven't learned. And I've gotten all the way across the U.S. despite that. Like, there might not be a point. I mean, I appreciate the thought, nothing else. I almost forgot about something that happened today that I want to tell you guys about. Also related to Deus 03, unfortunately, but it had hilarious results. So, Deus 03, my current rivalry, I guess. It's like WWE right now, guys. I'm going to stop for a second before I tell the story. This is like an episode of WWE. We're going through the Triple H versus Shawn Michaels era. Because Triple H versus The Undertaker was over. Because I'm not saying Mark Snoop was The Undertaker either. I'm just, like, every so often we'll have these feuds. And sometimes there's tag teams and handicap matches. At one point I was Daniel Bryan versus The Shield. Metaphorically, I promise. And then it just sort of spirals out of control sometimes. But it's like, this has always been TiBBzTV. I'm wondering if that's intentional. Like, do the trolls realize how my trolls are like the Spirit Squad from the 2000 era? Like, what the fuck? Bunch of weirdo guy cheerleaders stalking other dudes being dicks on the internet. Like, you understand the problem there? Like, it does come off like this is meant to be like a WWE thing. There's a ghost over there. Holy fuck. But anyway, that's all how all this comes off. And it's like, bro, it's kind of sad after a point. And that's why I'm winning, because I take the realistic approach. But all circle jerking aside, so I was on Facebook today, and I found out that our lovely friend, well, actually, no, at first I couldn't tell who it was. But then they started commenting and using very specific language. And yes, I screenshotted everything. And then the idiot posted it to his YouTube as well. Screenshotted everything. So I already know who it was. Fucking obvious. It's weird because on his YouTube, he showed censorship to what he had put on Facebook. Like, okay, you're hiding what you did. It was weirdo shit what he did, but besides the point. So, went on Facebook, and there's a guy called Clever Goose with some numbers behind him or some shit, right? And I was like, okay, what's this? It's about me. Weird. This guy had said, and I'm going off memory here because I can't open my phone. My phone only open an app at a time, right? Do you like Two and the Stinky? No, I don't. Keep that shit clean, man. What the hell? So, I'm going off memory from what was said, right? It was like, there was this guy outside the Hilton in Saginaw. And he's like, I just got to Saginaw. There's a guy outside the Hilton, and he's screaming about pedos. And then they looked him up, and his name was Jonathan Tibbets. And I'm like, thinking to myself, there's a lot of inconsistencies with your story. And then people start to call him out slowly. But let's just cover all the bases, right? First of all, I've never been to the Hilton, because there's no Hilton in Saginaw. And it's weird people will show up later and say that. Dave Seth 3, if you're going to accuse me of something from behind a nickname, at least know what's out here, bitch. That's why you're in Saginaw groups to begin with, to ask. So anyway, you think he would have, right? Then it was weird because also, why would a hotel look me up if I'm outside making a noise issue, right? They usually would call the police, not look me up. That's not how that works. Actually, that's not how it works in Michigan. I don't know how they do things in Alabama, besides taking bribes, clearly. But anyway, yeah, out here in Michigan, they just call the police on your ass, and they do it that way. So why would screaming about the pedos being horrible be an issue, right? If that's what was being said. Also, I'll note, I've never been to a Hilton because there isn't one in Saginaw. So I'm thinking to myself, so regardless, it doesn't matter. So I went to the comment section and started questioning this. I mean, I already knew it was one of my haters because certain links to certain videos, right? That no one gave a fuck about, by the way. We'll get to that in a minute. Has that train not moved in almost 40 minutes? That it's really far away and still just as loud? I don't know. So anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear it. So then, remember, all this is going from memory, but I'll post later if I need to. Actually, I probably will because it's still funny as fuck. Why not? Fucking train. So, then I started making comments, and they said, because he almost directly identified himself as Michael Mitchell. And then when I noted that he was Michael Mitchell, he's like, suffer! Doing all the shit he's been doing on his channel. He called me Tibbz, which only Michael Mitchell has ever called me that. Like, ever in the history of my entire life. So I immediately knew. And then I went to Michael Mitchell's Facebook page, and it said he had joined that exact same group earlier that day, because it snitched on him. And I'm like, bro. So I dropped all the shit that's doing to women, made a complete ass of them. There's 2 points to the story I want to point out here, okay? When I called him out, he started saying, I don't know who that guy is. He's an ugly guy. I've never seen him before, but I don't know who that is. I'm like, that may work in Alabama, but that don't work out here. We're not stupid. We're up north of the equator, okay? Technically you are too, but down there where you're at, it gets hotter and the brain cells start frying. You never fucking know. So anyway, incest is down there for a reason. So anyway, long story short, he jumps over to make a dozen more posts. And again, he posts these things to his face, to his YouTube as well, but he cut out the part where he had put the advertisement, if you guys to get my drift, where he was basically making ads for personals, I guess you could call it, right? And I'm sitting here like, bro, you're gonna get fucking reported for that shit. And I noticed something. He sent like 5 or 7 posts. None of them got any likes or views or comments or anything, and they were public. But there was no attention in like what, a couple hours each time. If you're not getting responses after a couple of hours, no one can see you. You know, I can see you, Michael, because I stalk your Facebook to see what you're up to. Like your just deep love of Trump and how you blame the hospital for happening with your son. And that's why you're a piece of shit to women now online, is because all the nurses made fun of you, and then you got ejected because you were bullying women at a hospital as an employee. Oh, you want me to leak that shit too? Yeah, I probably will. So anyway, whatever. He'll deny it, watch. He always does. So anyway, I thought that was the end of it, right? And I'll read the comments. I'm not ignoring these two. Hold on real quick, because, you know, people are like, oh, please look at me. Ooh, I don't want to read that. That's just, wow. Are you a woman? If you're a woman, sure, I could do a little whoosh. But I don't think you are, so probably not going to. Straight male. Remember that. So, speaking of the devil, right? So after I had this, you know, humiliation marathon of Michael Mitchell over on Facebook because of how ridiculous he acted. And by the way, this was that one post where we had like 20, 30 comments is the only one anyone could actually see and engage with, I've noticed. Because ignoring the rest was just wild. Not a single bit of engagement. And it was the same way up until I started streaming it about an hour ago. And they've been out for a couple hours each time. See, Michael, you can scream for attention. People don't give a fuck. Do you know why they cared about the one where I responded to, though? Because I showed the video of you targeting women in Saginaw for views on the internet. Now you don't have just the police to worry about, Michael Mitchell. Deus03. Now you also have any guy that I invite to join in on the fun. Also, it's also funny because after he said he bribed the police, okay, then he made a post on some other guy's thing where there's a content creator in Flint who does sparring. We can take out your anger on each other. This fucking motherfucker said there was no mutual combat in Michigan. Why are you running like a bitch, Michael? Come take your ass whooping. Right here. Remember, I'm autistic. I shouldn't be that much of a threat to you. So I'm starting to wonder if that's even true now. Anyway, speculation is allowed. It is allowed, okay? But he's sparring with us, or he's asking this guy questions like, hey, DM me. What do you think is the first thing I went and did? I DM'd the guy, sent him stuff that he has a right to know what this guy is doing to women in Saginaw. People don't tend to like that, Mr. Mitchell. I'm just saying. You're going to end up just like your friend Mark Sanoob after a point. Or should I say Mark Senecal, who's now trial because cyber stalking and harassment involving lewd content. Who does that, by the way? Then, of course, you have William Levette. Remember It Cinemas? He, too, is no longer on the internet because of yours truly. And then there's Jonathan Wilkins, Wings 007. Just like all the rest of them, targets women for fun. Look, I get it. Some people are assholes. You want to get rid of the assholes. I get that. These women didn't have anything that made them an asshole. And then it's weirder because, like Mark Sanoob, his buddy Cinemas, his buddy Wings 007, Chad Gaming, Tony Work, Deus03, Michael Mitchell's good friend, Anthony Stalker, Michael Mitchell also has been defending the MAP community, minor attracted persons. You don't think I sent them all that too? You don't think I'm just letting everyone know that you're going to be here? You want to come down, throw hands. You've been very adamant about this. I still want you to show up if you're daring enough, because you'll be surrounded by a wall of police, then a wall of men who will probably have a problem with what you did to those women, and then some, because I'm here. I might not even be able to get a shot in, because when you finally get through all of that, we're calling it the 9 Circles of Hell, but the pay-per-view that we're doing for YouTube on June 2nd, because I'm still promoting this, by the way, is called No Way Out. Now, Dave, you're going to walk away with the TiBBzTV championship? Because this feels like WWE at this point. Or are you going to walk away with your ball clipped off by a pair of garden shears and it'd be mounted over my fucking fireplace? Michael, your son's going to look up at you when you get home. You're like, Dad, why did TiBBzTV make you his bitch? And you'll that will haunt you for the rest of your fucking life. There you go. Hamburger. Why hamburger? Fucking cheeseburger. God damn, I want some McDonald's. Weakness, guys. He's like, why aren't you training, Tibbz? Do I need to at this point? Let's see. No problem, man. No problem. Let's see. Real men like boobs and ass. Fuck yeah. 100%. That's what's up. I mean, again, I don't really judge, but back in my day, right? It's fucking sad. Fucking sad. I can actually say that now. Back in my day, we liked tits and ass. That's why they called it TNA. Total nonstop action wrestling. But you know TNA means tits and ass. It's very obvious. What the fuck is life, man? What is life? No, I want Michael Mitchell to understand something. Because somehow I still hadn't gotten to the point, right? After his little Spurg marathon of looking like a doofus on the internet, 3 different women reached out. I will censor these comments, these chats, as much as possible to protect their identities. But I will show you the things they said they wanted to do to me as a man. One said, I think it's hot that you defend yourself. Then another one said, you made him your bitch. Are you busy later? I remember that one. That one was entertaining. And then there was another one that said, I want to know what your dick looks like, because that guy's was probably really small. I'm paraphrasing, but that was just about what it was. 3 different women, 21, 24, and 26 years old. Michael Mitchell, you went out to humiliate me with your mini posts, and instead it made me sexy as fuck. I'm autistic, by the way. That shit doesn't happen. I'm like, bro, over here looked so bad that I, by default, looked sexy. Yeah, that was where the story was going. I got sidetracked with the whole other thing. But, like, you do realize what you've done, Michael. I might have offspring if I clap those cheeks good enough. There was things that were said. One said, I could get us a motel. I'm over here like thinking, God, no, not gonna lie. These chats were like fucking wild. They're people I've known for years, by the way. Women I've already been friended with, or some of well, 2 of them I wasn't, but like 1 I was. So like, you do the math. Am I right? But I'm over here thinking to myself, you looked so pathetic, Deus 03, God 03, right? That I looked like a sexy beast by default, because 3 different women, all in their lower to early mid-20s, wanted a piece of this. That is pathetic, Daves. If you are so embarrassing to yourself and your entire existence that I'm actually getting pussy thrown at me, you do realize... There's a fucking weird light thing going on there. You do realize how bad that is, right? You're going to lose, man. June 2nd's already over at this point. Still, I think you should show up just for the fucking hilarity. Because when you lose, Davis, and I send you home either in a goddamn wheelchair or in bags, because let's be honest here, if I don't do something horrible, the police you try to humiliate might. Who the fuck knows? But I won't snitch. I'll just blame the cartels, and just that'll be the end of it. That'll put you in jail, and it will be the cartels. I don't fucking know. It is Michigan, after all. But like, but you're gonna look so pathetic. I'm gonna be just, hey, I got a motel. Oh, I get a motel. Ladies. How about we all just share about that? Honestly, that was actually a thing today. And I didn't know what to say after a point because that's never happened to me. Ever. I even told the one lady, like, this has never happened before. She's like, well, it's just, like I said, I'll share them, but I want to censor out names and as much info as possible because, don't kiss and tell. So anyway, Michael, what up? CH0M3. I don't know what to do with that. What does that mean? I will sub. There you go. That's what's up. I appreciate you, man. So anyway, yeah, I bragging rights, right? I'm like, dude, how do you look so? He went in there to try to make me look stupid. Ended up walking away with DMs from 3 different women who were in the groups watching. Well, they only saw the first post, from what I understand. The other ones, I think the other ones just made them wetter. I don't know. I actually have no idea what happened. It was kind of crazy, And to those women, if they're watching, continue to DM me. Yeah, but one gave me titty pics. It was just wild. Don't know what to do with that. Again, this is a very weird thing for me. I usually don't get any kind of good attention from being, a man. Normally it's like, oh, we're going to torment you and target your family and dox you. Because, it's usually a bunch of weirdos. For the first time in my life, I realize I fucked up, guys. I wasn't supposed to be doing this on YouTube. I should be doing it on Facebook where all the people are at. Now, you guys here have been awesome, though. This is also, do you do the same? No, I don't do sub for sub. We don't do that here. If you want to sub to me, fine. If I look at your channel and I like what I see, then yeah, I would sub. But remember, you can't just ask me to do the same. I do it because I'm a nice guy, if I decide to. You want to sub to me? Cool, I appreciate that. But I don't just sub to anybody. I gotta like what I see. That sounded gay. Let me rephrase that. I have to see content that entertains me. What are some examples of content? Call Me Kevin has got some really good videos. They are a blend of psychopathy, schizophrenia, and absolute madness that only a gamer would ever enjoy. They were so good, they made me want to play The Sims and BitLife on my channel. And in turn, they were both inspiring, entertaining. They drew me into a new state of mind. And there's the ghost again. So anyway, as a result, call me Kevin. Not a fan of his new stuff, though. Now that I've watched his live streams and how these things actually work, it's weird with Call Me Kevin, by the way. Because his streams, he is so chill, so peaceful. It's just a really calm, relaxed, sane dude. Because he's a VOD channel, right? Everyone should have a VOD channel these days. You go to his main channel, which he turns those VODs into actual video gameplay. We all should be doing, I should be doing that here of all things too. I go to his main channel where there's the edited, he turns into something beautiful and it's complete psychopathy. But you're like, this is the same video with just different cuts. Why does it look like madness on this one? He's just like, and then I have the sub to his VOD channel now, which ruined his new content for me because now I'm like, I just can't see it the same. Because his VOD channel is actually more chill, and then I started liking that more for some reason. Then I watch his new stuff and I'm like, I just can't understand how it became madness. What happened? So anyway, yeah, that's how I would sub. You want me to sub to you, man? You just got to give me something worth. I want to invest. Well, no, actually, I think there's a little thing about me, a little unwritten disclaimer, right? If I sub to you, I usually don't unsub until like 5 or 10 years later. I've had people I'm still sub to from when I created the channel back in 2021 that I don't watch anymore at all. The only people I unsub to are the troll channels I destroy because, you know, that's a thing. Or the ones that I just get bored of from the lolcow communities. Like, I was subbed to Sensitive Society and Saturated Content for like a year. But then I realized it's all the same crap. No offense to them, it's just didn't really interest me after a point. So, you know, no reason to stay subbed. I don't have any appreciation for lolcow commentary channels. I just don't. Freaking rock. I just don't. I think the lolcow channels are kind of ridiculous. They're kind of a walking existential joke at this point. And I've been slowly peeling away. It has nothing to do. It has everything to do with the Archimedes 3. There's this thing. My haters, most of which are from those kinds of communities, either RM, Sock Trolls, whatever. Not all the Sock Trolls and I are enemies. Like, some of them are actually pretty chill people. Some of them are not blind and stupid either. Some of them actually know what's going on, and those ones I appreciate. Like I said, if you ever lose your main guys, you can come here. Although I'll be completely upfront with you. If you lose them, it will be because of me. Whatever. Well, I'm hoping they peel away from their stupidity themselves. The pillars of the Sock Troll community need to wake up and realize I'm not their enemy. And targeting me alongside sickos makes them a target. Oh well, figure it out before it's too late. You got about a year. I can remove from the list at any point, but there's a target list by this giant orbital laser weapon from the sky. Oh, there it is right now, actually. Speaking of the devil. That's bright. Holy shit. Oh, that's laser. I'm gonna die. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For now, right? But anyway, the Archimedes 3 is, well, it's a weapon system. They don't believe it. They're like, oh, it's empty threats. You won't do anything. All right. It's okay. Remember, they've said this before. It's like, oh, he's not telling the truth. It's empty threats. And then the rank material leadership completely collapsed because all of them got discovered to be predators. I told you so. Happens a lot, actually. They're always like, he won't do shit. Nothing's ever going to happen. And then all your buddies get burned off the internet. I'm like, remind me again what you said before. So this is actually funny. They haven't learned anything because they're still assuming, oh, it's just empty threats. Nothing's going to happen. I am safe because I have 23,000 subs or 19,000 subs. The sub count doesn't matter. The Archimedes 3 targets data. Let's put it that way, right? And the data determines what kind of issue you have, right? And if you fit a certain ethical code issue, I guess is the way to put it. I'm assuming that's how it works. That or it just reads your DNA and just... I don't know. Remember, we're talking about an orbital laser from the sky that shoots down nuclear energy that collects from solar power, because you gotta be environmentally friendly when you do this shit, I guess. I don't fucking know. And then it just gets rid of trolls en masse everywhere all at once. Determining who's on the actual list of pew pew target, you know. What's scary is I'm not even kidding. Just give it a year. You guys will be like, oh, fuck, we should have listened. Like every other time, and they don't. I know. It sounds like I'm suggesting that we put a satellite up there that... Why not just dox them? Because that's not fun for me. I could dox all the bad guys. It's just... I've already done that, man. It's just not fun anymore. I got to add spice to this equation, you know? So basically... There's a long list of people on that list. Mostly the garbage that remains. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because someone has to burn all the diddlers off the internet. Come on now. Deus03, you're just the one that does not be on the list because, you know, you're going to be gone by June 3rd, I think. Happy birthday, by the way, Deus. You were born in June 1983. So happy birthday. You're going to be 43 years old Because you're officially going to be a 43, bro. There is somebody in some lolcow community somewhere that's going to appreciate that. A 43 is a lolcow. And Deus is going to be 43 years old. I'm like, I hate these communities. They're such just goddamn tardation. And it's like, but at the same time, you know, these people live for this shit. Unfortunately, that's all they have left. But yeah, Facebook. Deus being a dumbass on Facebook, getting me pussy today. Deus, I never took you for a wingman. I'm just saying. That was, whoo. I couldn't believe that. She's like, I think it's hot that you defend yourself like that. I'm like, huh. What do you look like? I'm a guy. Of course I'm going to ask. And then she was like, here you go. I get this awesome titty pic. I'm like, tell me more. You know, that has got to be the most hilarious part of the entire troll hunting, troll slayer experience. Because, you know, troll slayer, that's who I am at this point. But like, I'm so good at this that I got women flinging themselves at me. And I'm autistic. I thought my genetics weren't good for the population or something. Because, you know, that's what they told me, right? You'll never fit in, Tibbz. You'll never matter. No one will ever love you. Well, I mean, doesn't have to be love at the end of the day, right? It's just wild sex. Like, oh my God, Days, how bad did you fuck up today? And then the bribe thing. I'm tempted to ask the Saginaw PD. I'm just tempted to say, hey, so when people are openly bribing you, is that like a fault on you or more so a fault on them? Because I feel like it's a fault on them. But then this guy's also doing this. I'll just show them where you're targeting women. He's going to be your June 2nd. I don't know if you guys knew that. Apparently you guys do, right? If I said you could take if you wanted to, does that also mean I can do whatever I want as well? No. That's the hilarious part. I don't have to worry about losing the Deus 03. I really don't. Because let's just assume that Saginaw, I'm not going to ask them that, by the way. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, but for hilarity, right? If they did take the bribe from Michael Mitchell, because he thinks he's in Alabama, he could just pay off the cops, I guess. How's that going to work for all the women you targeted? Because that brings a lot of other guys in the equation who still, well, they'd have a more of a free shot, wouldn't they? Let's assume they did take the bribe. Let's assume the police of Saginaw, Michigan took Michael Mitchell's bribe to turn a blind eye to him targeting and threatening women and harassing them online for views. By the way, bro, all to help a landlord who is a slumlord and took advantage of those same women. You gotta love Trump supporters. They really are quite interesting because they are both Trump supporters. I couldn't believe it. Look at Michael Mitchell's Facebook if it's still up. You will see that. He's very open about it. So is Bill Griffiths at the end of the day. But anyway, we're not going to really worry about Bill Griffiths. He's long gone and lost a lot of business because of yours truly. If the police actually did take that bribe, then you wouldn't be safe from everybody else, me included. I mean, I could just sit here and invite all those guys. Because, you know, men are going to see that. I mean, I can promote what you're doing. Since you want to promote this, I can do it too. This is the guy hiding behind an anonymous account that is called Clever Goose. There's a reason why he's hiding behind Clever Goose. And then I just show them your actual profile. Proof that you join these groups just to do that there. Same groups I'm in, obviously. And then I can show them your YouTube, your email, and then I can show them exactly what you've been doing, Mr. First name, last name, dosage3@gmail.com, with your face as the profile picture, like your YouTube. Then I can show them your YouTube, and then I can show them where you like to hang out. They can get some research in there, because that's what people like to do when they kick a guy's ass for bullying women. Because, you know, this is Michigan, not Alabama. Bro. And then all those people could be like, hey, so where's it going to happen? Well, he wants to meet, and here's the location. And he's like, he ain't going to show up. We don't have to do the fight if you delete your YouTube, your Rumble, your Odyssey. Why? Where all the proof exists? Nah, bro. You can just show up. We'll have a good time. I'll bring the beer and the whiskey. Someone has to bring a fully charged phone because we got to film this shit. You never got a better moment than this. And then I'm assuming that he believes in mutual combat because of the sparring thing and the fact that he's like, the police will never see. Right. Whatever you say, bro. The police might even be there. Like, yeah, Tibbz, kick his ass like last time. Because, guys, there was a last time, by the way. It's beautiful. So, anyway, I remember, I'll never forget it. I said, I came here for you. Dropped a few insults. And the guy was like, oh, shit. And you can see him visibly running away. There's a short video already up. So, wow, by the way. But, like, the question I have is, Deus03, are you worried about me because you're worried about Fred Willis? Does that name ring a bell? I mean, I might as well bring this up. I have a rare form of split personality where there are 74 different alters. Because apparently I have trauma issues, and that's how I cope. And so Fred Willis is planning to bring a cactus and baby oil. Because when you're humped over the floor and everyone's done taking a good kicking to you, because that's what you do to women, people who bully women. I mean, you're a woman abusing asshole. There's nothing else for you in the world, right? When they're done and you're laying there, slumped over like you're about to take it, pants are coming down, oil is going over it, and the cactus is going right in. You'll be pulling barbs out of your butthole, your rectum for the rest of your life. Shitting will never be a comfortable experience, and for the rest of your life, you're going to look behind you like, oh God, is there another Fred Willis out there? Because the face of TiBBzTV has always been Deadpool. Not Marvel's Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds sucks. Well, that's what Fred says anyway. I think he's a good actor. He's entertaining. I know what Fred has against him, but anyway. No, my buddy name's Victor. I don't know what that means. Nobody, my name's Victor. Sorry, man, that might be the weed talking. Congratulations, I don't even know who you are. Was I talking to you at some point? My name's Victor is also the name of his profile thing. What are you insinuating? I don't know who you are. Never talked to a Victor, and I know what I'm talking about. Welcome to the chat, by the way. So, yeah, I've kind of had that thought that if he does actually get the police to turn a blind eye, this will actually be even better for me because I'm already bringing an army. It might be like 12 people, but still, an army is still more than one, right? And there will be a cactus. I mean, come on, you're talking about initiating violence on multiple people, including women and minors, by the way. If that wasn't concerning. How did Dave say, what did he say he was going to do to the woman that did nothing to him, just existed? He said he was going to slap the effing chicklets out of her when he gets here. Why? I don't understand, because she talked openly about a slumlord with proof and helped take out a guy who was taking advantage of families. It's a weird decision there, Deus. Deus03. I still want to know what happened to Deus 02 and 01. Question that. But anyway, if the cops do accept the bribe, that also means he's not safe either from the cactus that Fred Willis is going to stick right in. Big, long, barbs is big. We already bought the cactus, by the way. I'll show it to you guys sometime this week. Be back. I believe you don't have to water that often. They're cactuses. They live in the desert, right? If it's a dry cactus, there's nothing I can do, man. This is going to hurt more. But anyway, yeah, June 2nd might be interesting. Either he's not going to show up out of absolute fear. The fact that he's offering a bribe, that was the thing, too. That was the other thing about the bribe that I thought was absolutely hilarious. Because we're just going to dissect this. Do a little character analysis, I suppose. Or a video breakdown. I don't fucking know. So, Deus03 targets women and harasses them throughout the night and brags about it openly in HSSO chat. Well, fraud journalism, HSSO, and the remnants of rank material are cheering him on as if that's okay to do. Oh, Nameless Stranger was there, by the way. That guy has been claiming he's against that for years. Poser, much. Anyway, he finds out that people have filed reports because apparently some people aren't okay with that. And now there's a police presence waiting for him here to arrest and potentially detain him on June 2nd. I'm assuming arresting and detaining might be separate things. I have no idea. So anyway, I've never been arrested, guys. I don't have that problem. Ever. Even last time we had a fight like this. So, his response to the police presence that is waiting for him is he's going to bribe the cops to forget about it. $5,000 to the Michael Mitchell Community Cleanup. What a weird name. And then he says, the cops aren't going to save you. And then calls me boy. Like he, a white man from Alabama named Michael Mitchell, at 42 years old, for some reason thinks he's a white supremacist. Because I've never seen anyone else call people boy before. It's like you're trying to sound racist, but you just don't have the actual balls to fully accomplish it. Michael, I question why you and your chomo fanboys keep calling me boy. And on occasion, you'll throw the N-word at me. But I'm not black. Out here, they don't smile at that behavior, by the way. And I want them all to know that you're coming. So that when you're here, you can think they're going to side with you. Because, oh, you understand, he's a diddler. No, I'm not. You threatened that woman as well. You were there when they threatened Amanda. And then it came out she lied. You remember that? Because I do. When they all come here, you think they're on your side. Who's really walking away? Not you, Daves. Clearly. You might have no kneecaps by the time the day's over. Let's see here. Hey, Buster, put some respect on Victor's name. Why? I don't know who he is. Seen any skinwalkers? I've been looking. And I'm starting to think they're not real. The aliens, it's a lot of space in the universe. I would assume that they might be. I just don't think they've been here in a while. I'm trying to think not at all, actually, at this point. But anyway. But no skinwalkers. The whole time I thought you were black. Oh, yeah? What's up, my homies? I can't even fake it. I'm the whitest white guy around, I'm assuming. I'm also not from Michigan. I'm from the city of L.A. So, no, actually, that's not a good excuse. I should still be able to fake it. All right, well, I've run out of excuses for the day. Oh, let's see, me too. The Phantom Rancher says, Phantom here, Tibbz. In spite of all the drama you get caught up in, it still hurts my heart to see you in this state. Real business, kid. What are you going to do to get the hell off the street, bro? Well, staying with Lady Friend. That's what we're calling her. Because people like to dox people, and too much info gets people targeted, and I don't feel like dealing with that. Plus, she's a nice person. I don't think she'll put up with it. She should be somewhere around here. She mentioned she might go get some food, but I don't know yet. Streams take a minute, right? But anyway, I've been staying at her place off and on. She said she wanted to do a road trip. Well, she didn't say that. She said, hey, let's go for a drive. And then it just never ended. So I'm not complaining. These streams are usually better than my gaming streams, I've noticed. But I'm assuming that after a point, our plan, my plan more than anything else, is to get my own place again. Because, you know, I do want my own space. Unless I feel like it's, you know, oh, we're going to be together for hopefully forever, right? If that's the case, then it'd be different, right? But this doesn't feel like that. I think we're just friends, like really good friends, right? And I respect that boundary. I honestly do. So the goal is to get my own place. And she says I can stay with her in the meantime because landlords out here in Michigan suck. So I'm assuming my own place is something more permanent, or at least close enough, right? So that's generally the plan for right now. It's something stable at the very least. Sometimes it sucks, but, you know, we're staying with Lady Friend, my man. Oh, yeah? Hey. All right, let me see. Hold on. Let's see. He's on the streets, Skid Row. No, it's kind of like every now and then she wants to go on these little excursions. Road trip feels like the wrong way to put it because we're not going state to state or anything. It's, well, sometimes we'll go out of the state a little bit, but not really. Not too much. Usually we're back within the day. But I wouldn't say like homeless. I'd say like we go drive around, then we go back to her place for a bit, and then just kind of swaps around. She likes to see things. So I guess when your family's military and you have all the money in the world, being home all the time is a little bit boring sometimes. That's what I'm assuming here. Let's see. Free Palestine. I don't know I don't know what I think about Palestine yet. I haven't really heard enough. Been staying away from that conversation for the most part. Although Israel does feel like a big giant pedo state. Sorry, not enough people say fuck Israel, so I just have to be an edgelord. But then the more I learn about Israel, I'm like, yeah, we wouldn't be at war with Iran if it weren't for them. Fucking Israel, making gas prices go up. Remember, I'm paying for gas too here, man. See, anyway, free my dad from the penitentiary. We can try. I figure if we go with jackhammer, some chains, pull the wall down, cause a little riot and an outbreak, and get him out in a day and a half. All right, just so you know, that's on the down low. We don't tell nobody about that plan, all right? Like, I gotta help the inmates escape the asylum. Done this before. We can do it again. But anyway, I'm gonna just change the topic now. Let's see. You lucky dog. Hey, bro, love the stream. Keep spitting the truth. Can you show hog? I don't know if there's a barn near here, to be fair, and I don't know if they have pigs there to begin with. If there are, well, there's already a body being eaten, so I can't go show it to you. Otherwise, I'll walk up to a crime scene. Or did you mean something else? Anyway, let's see. The Phantom Rancher says, no, young one, you are on your own. You have to make your path in this life. By the way, I know what it's like to sleep indoors. Yeah, so do I, unfortunately. Well, how do I want to respond to that? Read your comment one more time. The Phantom Rancher says, no, young one, you are on your own. You have to make your path in this life. You have to make your path in this life. Okay, I read that correctly. By the way, I know it is like to sleep outdoors. Yeah, on that one, I could also agree with that as well. I slept in the rain for a good couple weeks. Sometimes with a tent, sometimes without. It was an experience. Also, I got a question. How much older can you be than me? I'm 38. But either way, I appreciate the idea. Just make sure I'm reading this correctly. Sometimes when you're high, you don't read things right. No, young one, you're on your own. Well, technically, Lady Friend is nearby, regardless. And maybe this is me being a Democrat for just a moment, but doesn't everyone need help sometimes? I mean, sometimes you need someone to give you a good hug and say it's gonna be all right. Why do we fall down? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up again. Yeah, that is true. That is true, right? But I do also believe that sometimes, unity is stronger than being divided. Divided we fall, united we stand, all that. In fact, that's the big statement for America for the longest time. United we stand, divided we fall. Are we really on our own at the end of the day? No, we live in a country right now where we feel like we're on our own. I respect your opinion, and I do know that's likely coming from a place of trying to be nice. You may have good intentions, but I don't think we're really on our own. I think we all are here. We just don't realize we have a need to work together. That's what me and Lady Friend are doing. I don't know how well it's going to work. Prices suck right now, but still. 64, I have grandkids. Holy shit, man. Well, I imagine you would know. But I'm not saying I want to be lazy. I'm just saying right now I'm not really in the state of being to just say, yeah, lady friend, fuck off, and I'll take what I have and go. I don't have a lot. And right now it's more about survivability than it is anything else. Not the streams, obviously. These are just, it's a hobby, if nothing else, right? I genuinely do believe that I'm not on my own here. I mean, realistically, I don't think I have a choice either. Not with lady friend. She's not the issue there. It's... How do I explain this to you? I'm not sure if you'll understand. I really don't think you will. Yeah, bro, I know about being broke. Yeah, that is one of the biggest struggles I do have. As far as being alone, I'm never alone. There's always something inside my head reminding me of where I need to go or how to get shit done. And I don't know if that counts. I honestly don't. I don't think. Maybe to an extent it does not, but... Or does. I tried to end my life 5 years ago. I'm realizing now that anniversary is also coming up. 10-year anniversary being on YouTube was on May 10th. 5-year anniversary where I tried to end my life for the first time is on October 21st. After that horrible day almost 5 years ago, I have never really been just me. Longer time goes by, I find myself splitting apart internally. There's all these different people in my head. And they keep talking about how we have many names, for we are legion. I still question why Dave's wants to invite me. It's like, it would be the biggest... We should rename the pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm not going on a tangent here. We should rename No Way Out to Judgment Day, because he's Dave's. He thinks he's God. I'm over here. I'm Legion. He'll never see a better opportunity. I've already promoted No Way Out. We'll just hope the hell he survives for a second one, because WCD had 2 of them. But anyway, no, to be fair, I don't think I'm alone in the sense that, A, lady friends around. I also think that if you are in need, you should never be afraid to ask for help. Although I do understand the need to do it on your own. I do agree that that is important. But there's also them. I'm not going to deny it. It could be mental illness. Maybe that's how I cope. Maybe that's the result of what trauma and pain does to a person. You literally internally shatter. And some people just fold. Some people end it. Some people end up like me, where you're never really whole ever again. You know, that kind of life sucks too, because you can't really meet women that way. I mean, you can, but I always have to tell them, just so you know, I'm never really me all the time. Sometimes I'll ask, what does that mean? The women I talked to today didn't seem to have an issue with it. I only told 2 out of the 3 of them. I didn't have the heart to tell the 3rd one. It's also hard having friends, having a job, being you. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and at least 4 of those years were spent being tormented. 3 of those years being somebody else every other day. Not by choice either, but anyway. Tibbz, I know who you are, kid. I know about NWB and Cyrax and all the rest of the shit, by the way. Still hurts my heart to see you like this. You know what's stupid about all that? Not you. You've been chill, and I appreciate it, you know. I, for a moment, because of the actions of others, thought that Cyrax was innocent, and that was the first real fuck-up in my life. That was the first real fuck-up. And I felt horrible afterwards. I tried everything in my heart to try and fix my miscalculation, and that still haunts me. I didn't give a fuck what anyone said. I cared about, I actually believed this guy, you know, and I hated myself for that. And some people understood. A lot of people did, which is not really a thing most of the time, you know. But then there was NWB, N-word boy, right? I talk a lot of shit about him. But mostly because I hate to see him fuck it up. You made a mistake. He made a mistake himself, right? He believed these people at RM. He let them convince them of what they were saying. It turned out that it was false all along. And now he looked, I would assume that it's obvious he looked extraordinarily stupid. And I don't know. I think maybe they had dirt on him. And I hate to see him throw it away like that when he had so much potential as one of the big guys dealing with Cyrax. In fact, if it weren't for rank material, I probably would have thought he was awesome from the get-go. Because I hated Cyrax myself. Especially when I found out what was actually going on. Stupid. It took 2 months for me to find out. 2 months. I felt so stupid. Everybody's like, why were you crying about breaking up with him? I wasn't crying about that. I was crying about how fucked up I looked. I'm over here trying to be this good guy. And because people were just attacking me, because RMs, oh, the people RMs say you're a piece of shit, so fuck you. And I couldn't get an answer, so I ended up looking really stupid. Because when people are targeting you, it's kind of hard to listen to anything they might say after a point. Not that it was easy to get information anyway, right? That whole thing haunted me. Because then I'm like, you wonder why I talk shit. And now that's the whole motive nowadays. It's like, you know, we target you, Tibbz, because you talk shit about our friends. What was I supposed to do? Like, you know? Part of me thinks that my whole life turned out the way it is because of shit like that. And yeah, I'll take blame on my part. Maybe I had no business giving a fuck. But see, it was like this double-edged sword kind of thing. Because if you don't say something, then you're compliant with it, and you're basically Mr. Beast, right? Because of Ava Tyson, you know what I mean? But if you say something out loud, and you just don't know who's who, because all the worst people defend each other, and then they lie, and then those people defend them, but they're not the bad guys. Then you call them out, and then they hate you by default, so they end up siding with them and targeting you. And it's like, oh my God, there's no happy medium in the world. You know what to do. There's no fucking handbooks for this shit. That's why I keep pulling back off so much. It's because in the end, I know that this is a stupid thing to be a part of. But then the other thing, like, I'm not homeless because of them this time. For a year and a half, no one knew where I was. You always know I was homeless because a slumlord were taking advantage of me the whole time behind the scenes. And eventually it got so bad because I asked for a shower because my apartment didn't have one. And it's required by law to have one. I'm like, why am I paying this guy almost $700? Oh, no, it was $700 because that's the receipts, right? $700 in rent for an apartment I wasn't even getting. No kitchen, no working shower. Everybody's like, you should take a shower, loser. I asked for one. Now here I am, and I hate that man for that. But what's it got to do, right? So then I think to myself, well, if I'm not homeless because of these people, I just keep fucking going. Maybe if I destroy what's left of RM, that I can go and live my life afterwards and be happy. Because, you know, I don't want to expose RM. I mean, I'm not looking for content like the Cyrax Troll community. I want to burn RM to the ground and move on. Because, you know, I cared about my people. They're gone now, but that doesn't matter. Not really, I imagine. No use in crying over spilt milk. That's the analogy. But anyway, I appreciate the words of sympathy, I guess. I don't know what I would call it. I wish things had been different with me and NWB. I'm sure if we had met at a different point in time, things would have been different. I'm sorry that he is upset by the things I called him in the past. Can't change the past. At the end, he was never really the enemy. Neither was William Gloryhole. I've been saying that about William Gloryhole for a minute now, although I question why he doesn't deal with the rest of Rain Material. They're going right back to the methods of their friends. But he's busy with marks. I get it. I think. I don't know. I didn't like what Arm was doing to people. And clearly I was not alone in that decision. Years after showing everybody, but whatever. I just wish... You know, it doesn't matter. I appreciate it, though, okay? Tibbz, real shit, bro. Your former landlord posts pictures of his condition of the place he rented you. Piece of shit aside, was he 100% in the wrong? Oh, yeah. I have leaked the entire chat log. Well, we actually have a stream for that, actually. I was going to say, we posted the entire file to Facebook. I think the file was shared on the live stream. If it's not, someone let me know. I'll go fix that right away. My bad if it's not. I could have sworn I did, but I'm always a little late. I smoke weed at night when I'm usually putting all these things in the descriptions and stuff. But I did have a full file that included everything. Receipt logs, showing that I paid everything on time. Even after I was being evicted, I was still paying every month. And then it also showed a fraudulent eviction 30-day notice thing. The 30-day notice said, you have to leave, 30-day notice, you have to leave today. That's not how those work. 3 months went by because, I'm sorry, he's accepting my rent. How are you expecting me to move if you're demanding I pay rent and then accepting it? But you want me to leave. That was weird. There's pictures that show that the shower was not usable on any level, which this is supposed to be an apartment, right? There was also no actual kitchen space of any kind. I was living in a warehouse, for fuck's sake. There was no windows. There was severe ventilation problems. And now that I think about it, there was a severe problem with the dust in the building. Potentially asbestos, but find out in 20 years on that one. And then it showed how I dealt with things. I had a multitude of witnesses, and I had asked, hey, it's been 5 months. I've been renting an apartment for you for 5 months. Still no shower. I'm also getting sick from your building, but can we figure out the shower? Well, I bring it up every so often because I'm trying to do this the right way. I was always very chill with him. And then after a point, I said, okay, if we're not going to do the shower, man, you keep delaying this and you're treating me like shit on the behind the scenes and stuff, including in the text messages, can we at least lower the rent until the shower's finished, by the way? And then he's like, oh no, fuck you. You're paying $700 here. The only option I'll give you is you can pay $650 at a shared space now. Think about that. And that's by far the scummiest thing that he did do, outside of throwing me out for reasons that make absolutely no legal sense. He was like, I'm going to move you from a studio apartment that you're renting but not receiving after 5, I think the total number was 8 months, by the way. I'm going to move you from this space that is supposed to be just you for $700. It's supposed to legally, it's required to come with a bathroom, with a working shower, and a kitchen space with a stove and fridge. Or at least a place where you can call a kitchen, right? Stoves and fridges, maybe you have to supply on your own depending on the landlord, to be fair, okay? There's a stove and a kitchen, stove and a refrigerator there, by the way. Just, there was no kitchen space. And he says, the only option I'm giving you is to go into a place where you only have a room. You share with 4 other people. Usually they're crackheads, meth heads, former ex-cons, or people that got out of prison. For the same price. Internet's included. You can have the biggest room, top floor. I'm like, the point of paying $700 for my own space is to have my own space. Not trade it in for a room for the same price. A room that doesn't come with its own kitchen and bathroom. I'm downgrading for the same price. Greedy asshole just wanted to make more money. Yeah, he was completely in the wrong. I cleaned up the place after I left. And then I immediately put him on blast for retaliation eviction after he bragged about paying off Judge Timothy Kelly. I'm not going to lie, I was pissed off by that, so of course I put him on blast. So what does he do? He waits 4 days, the backlash builds, he's losing a shit ton of business, so he goes and trashes the place. You look at my pictures of the sink, the bathroom, everything, it was nothing like what he left. Or what he had in his pictures is the way to put it. He waited 5 days in total after I left, which is 4 days after I originally posted the stuff, to post this. But then in the text messages, here's the wild part, right? He explains that he specifically states that he moved me from 1111 Marquette in Bay City to 1111 and a half Marquette, which is the studio apartment he gave me before that, then to 2302 Broadway Street. If I'm such a slob, why are you not showing these other places after I left? Because you would always take pictures. That's what landlords do. Why are you still renting to me, by the way? And then I'm at this place, this 2302 Broadway, which is an auto detailing shop, right? Still isn't legal. And he's now renting it to a new guy, despite the fact that he said you're not allowed to do that, Bill. So he did it anyway, which is... So you basically threw me out for asking for a shower. That's really what it was. And then he's lying to the judge, or paying him off, I guess, still, I don't know, to put somebody else in there now, knowing that's extremely illegal. Okay, follow me on Instagram for all the details on that. Am I right? So, I'm at 2302 Broadway. I asked for a shower. He's like, I can move you to this other place, but fuck you. I'm like, I'm not downgrading. I don't know any American that would actually unsell themselves or, I don't know, downgrade for the same price and give themselves less to give you more money. I've never, ever seen any American be that, like, low as far as dignity and, like, come on, we deserve self-respect. If we're going to pay $700, give what we paid for. Don't say, here, I'm going to give you less for the same price, and this place you can actually have working shit. That's bullshit. But see, if you're going to move to this other place, then clearly the apartment wasn't built like trash to begin with. So yeah, he lied on everything on that too. I mean, I don't think a rocket scientist need to figure that one out. But now I'm sitting here in this predicament, I guess. Because again, Lady Friend has been amazing. It's just, I don't want to live with Lady Friend. I know, but it's a woman. Yeah, she is, but we're friends, that's all. I guess. I mean, friends who met because of the situation. There's a retirement town. All the rich people are out there. We crossed paths one day. Started hanging out, you know. That was it. I like her. She's cool. But I don't like her. You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking to myself every fucking day, I do want to get my own place. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, she can come visit. She can spend the night if she wants. But I want to have my own spot. Because in my heart... Some of you guys may never get this or understand this. I still love Winter. I know, she's 5'2", titanium skeleton, TPE. It's not recreational. I love Winter. I don't know for Winter. And maybe that makes me a bit deranged in the head, or maybe I'm just not ready to be with people yet, you know what I mean? Lady Friend's acceptable. She's never been judgy or anything. She just is chill about it. Winter's at her place right now, probably watching Stranger Things still. But I want my own spot, you know? I can't have it because this fucking douchebag. So yeah, I feel what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Sorry for the long ass explanation. I figure maybe he hadn't gotten all the deets yet. I don't know. Let's read some comments here. Let's see. Oh my God. Do you ever exercise? I'm walking and touching grass as we speak. Touching grass, there it is. That's for the day. So, what do you believe happens after death? What a scary conversation that'd be. Varys explains things, and I have some reason to believe what he says is true. I don't think you guys are ready for that conversation just yet. I'll put it this way. The Bible's not exactly honest. What up, Tibbz? Your thoughts on the recent Mark 7 events? I'm glad they're burning. I've been enjoying the apocalypse, or the troll apocalypse, if you will. The lolcows. Wasn't there a YouTuber by that name, and then he just disappeared? Anyway, what up? I'm up early, checking my eggs, going, I'm not sure what to say about that comment, nor do I think I should read it in its entirety. Let's see. There's a help wanted sign on his profile. 40 years ago, I moved into a warehouse space with 2 open floors and a gas line, executed a stove, and I built a kitchen myself. Lived in that space for 9 years. It was some of the best times in my life, but I did upgrade the owner's property. He didn't want me to do that. Otherwise, I probably would have at that point. In fact, like the text messages I did suggest, I know some guys who might be able to do it. But he didn't want us to move anything. I couldn't move the painting equipment. I couldn't get the paint thinner from where the splash was supposed to go. Like, he designates the space for dishes, but doesn't want me to move anything. I wasn't allowed to throw anything away. I wasn't allowed to move anything from the warehouse. Basically, if it was in there, I wasn't allowed to touch it. Again, I was getting an apartment, but I wasn't actually getting it. I was paying for it, but I was just living in an office. I couldn't move anything out of there either, which was stupid. I really should sue, actually, now that I think about it. It's just depressing to me, actually. I understand you. You look like a chubbier Tucker Carlson. Oh, yeah? Maybe I'll start talking smack about... Kidding, I already do that. Is he Republican or Democrat now? I cannot tell. I think he defected from the Trump party. But I don't know what that means, because he's always been a Republican commentator. I mean, I've watched a lot of his clips and videos. I don't know if I agree with all of it, but, like, sometimes he has a point, but sometimes he doesn't. And it's the same with Charlie Kirk. There are points where I could not stand Charlie Kirk. But then there are points where, some of it made sense. I think everybody has stupid takes. That's just the reality, right? But Charlie Kirk said some bullshit sometimes. I'm just going to say it. Tucker Carlson's the same way. Let's see. You stop disrespecting him. Yo, just stop disrespecting him. Oh, no, it's fine. I don't know if I agree, to be honest, about the Tucker Carlson lookalike thingy. But it's an opinion. It's fine. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I'd rather be called a chubbier Tucker Carlson than Hitler. Actually, would be the funniest one to have been called. I've been called Hitler. I did this skit video a long while back when I was in my edgelord state of mind, right? And I basically drew on... I had longer hair back then. And I had a better coat that had the little soldier shoulder thingies, right? Like these yellow things go around. And I had a little marker mustache. And there was a video where this woman was blaming all the men in the country for all the problems because white people, right? Because that was the thing. That's where the Democrats went wrong in like 2021. You started blaming white people for everything. I'm like, some of us are right here with you, lady. So I put on the Hitler outfit and I was like, what? All I wanted was a glass of juice. Because, GAS, and then it's like glass of juice does sound similar, right? It was a joke video, but people didn't understand that. I forgot that in 2021, see, I think every era, the pole of stupidity shifts, because from 2020 to 2023, 2024, somewhere in there, Democrats were retarded. But now they make complete sense and they're a lot more sane, which is crazy because now it's MAGA that is retarded. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to say it. Republicans and MAGA are two very different things. They do not have the same opinions. Hence Tucker Carlson, right? I've noticed that. But anyway, but yeah, there's a whole era there where they were just like, white people are bad and you're not allowed to have a sense of humor. I'm like, but I was making fun of Hitler, if you think about it. Like, they're like, no, you're an anti-Semite because you wore his outfit. Like, no, first of all, it wasn't the outfit. There was no red and white and black, the little thing, right? There was none of that. So, like, I was dressing up as him, mocking him, because that's called making fun of Hitler. If anything, I'm still on your side. And they just treated me like shit. So I became right wing for about 3 years there. Unfortunately, and it wasn't even intentional. It's just more like, I'm fucking sick of your shit. I like to laugh, motherfuckers. And then, you know, then in came Antifa and ruined it for everybody. They weren't very bright either at the time. Because, you know, doxing came from them. Well, it didn't come from them. It was just utilized at the time. Now MAGA's doing it. I'm like, you fuckers are all the same. Bunch of fucking hypocrites. So anyway, you know, you know, Tucker Carlson, right? So why is there a person behind you? You know, I'm actually not sure. I'm assuming there's ghosts. That, or you're making it up. If there is, it's gonna get really creepy here at some point. I'll look at the replay later. What do they look like? Just waiting for a response here. This ought to be good. That's in my fucking eye. Don't think there's anybody out there. Pull my fucking switchblade. The fuck you think you're doing, you motherfucker? It is spooky out here though at the same time. Let's see. LOL. Yeah. Anyway, there are people around. They're just, this is just a chillax place, I guess. I don't know. Most people are either hanging out or whatever the fuck, I don't know. My goodness. I think lady friend went to get food because I don't see her car anymore. Like slowly scanning the horizon. My eyes are fucking terrible. You can tell I'm getting old because I can't see shit. Like looking like a fucking grandpa over here. Oh fuck, I can't see shit. Anyway. What's up, everybody? So, ow. It's weird. The constellations are... Huh. Constellations are a lot more bright than they usually are. And at this point... What is that noise? Oh, shooting star. Huh. I don't know why that's happening. There's a bunch of lights out there in the sky just... It's like a blinking white light. But they see a barrage of lights all at once in the sky, and then they disappear again. And there's no towers out there. You don't think they're going to do Project Blue Beam tonight, do you? I mean, it's the middle of the fucking night. Who'd be awake to see it? I still think that's full of shit. I don't think they're actually going to do it. I think that the UFO file, alien file, or the fuck the files, I think it's more of a joke. Oh God, my stomach hurts. Shit. So anyway, God, freaking feeling weird. Maybe that's the weed, or maybe I'm about to get beamed up, I guess. That'd be fucking hilarious. Sorry guys, this is the last video. I got abducted by aliens. Could you fucking imagine? Huh. There's something weird happening right now. Spend my life quietly carrying heartbreak, disappointment, loneliness, rejection, and loss, pretending to the world that I'm completely fine. Biggest issue is my thing long to my knees. Is it a horse stick joke? Wind? It's not. It doesn't sound like wind. It sounds like something else. Can't put my finger on it. I just ripped ass, so you may have heard a fart in there somewhere. Oh, that might have been two of them. I wouldn't tell you guys though. There's something that happened. No, I'm looking at all these different trees and everything around, and there's at moments I could see something moving, but these trees are skinny. There's no way it could hide behind these things, but it's like I'm seeing a shadow move at times. Sometimes in my peripheral, sometimes as I'm looking at it, like my gaze goes to it, and then it's like steps behind it. I'm like, there's no way. There it was again. That's fucking creepy. At the same time, like, I would like to ask you to come over and smoke a fucking doobie. Problem is, I left my doobie in my, in lady friend's car, unfortunately. But, like, I'm sitting here, I know what I saw just now. It's dark out, so I don't know if flipping the camera would even help at this point. That's the problem with these phones. You can't see shit. Turn the car around, or the phone around, I mean. You can't see anything regardless. But I'm thinking to myself, I know what I'm seeing, and there's a few of them out there. One in that direction, one in that direction. That one's far off. And there's one over that by that tree bush thing over there. I'm like, I know I saw it. There's at least three of them, but they're not. There's no way those are people because, like, maybe it's an eye playing tricks on me or something, but, like, these trees are thin. How did it just walk behind the trees each time and then just not show up on the other side? Because that's what I'm trying to see here. There's one way out there. That one I can see visibly. It's like moving around, but it's so fucking skinny. And then it just disappeared. What the fuck? See, I'm not terrified at all. I like monsters and aliens and ghosts more than I like most people, but, like, at the same time, what the fuck? They're, like, way over there, and there's one way over the fuck over. What the fuck? Did you guys see anything weird? You guys let me know. I'll have to watch the replay or some shit. Because I'm like, what the fuck was that? Alright. Lady friend can come back anytime now. Like, the fuck? Like, what would the end of the world look like realistically? Like, do you think it'd be all fire and brimstone falling out of the sky, or do you think it'd be just like ghosts everywhere all the time? Light up that fucking doobie, smoke that ganja man, and then all of a sudden you just see the blunt go from your hand, just floats away, fills imaginary lungs, and then blows out again. Like, oh shit, ghosts be smoking some weed. Like, I don't know what. There's also this weird sky effect right now. I don't know if that's space debris or just some kind of weird fog in the sky. It's there. Well, that whole, wow. Look it up. Kind of got me dizzy there. I haven't had vertigo in years. Shit. But yeah, oh, there it is. It's moving. Oh shit. And then when there's no actual, there's not a lot of lights, and the city's not drowning out the night sky, you see some shit in the night sky. There's lady friend dad. I'm not saying I'm scared. I just, you know, it's just one of those I have to guard my asshole moments. You know what I mean? Ooh, shit! I saw that. And that light in the sky moved pretty quickly. You know, seeing UFOs is not a rare occurrence. Happens all the time. It was only a matter of time, right? Just happened to be during the alien files. I really do think maybe I'm just high. So, I'm intoxicated, guys. I will sub. You do same. What? I thought we already covered this. Let's see. ADHD Express says, do you like black people, bro? I mean, they're all right. It depends on the one, I guess. I think there's bad eggs in every group. Some of them act douchey. Some of them are great people, you know? I mean, I've known a few black people. In fact, there was a girl who broke my heart. I want to share her name, but I'm not going to because I feel like trolls would do stupid shit and I care about her too much, even though we haven't talked in quite some time. But she was like a Dead by Daylight player. She was black, sexy, absolutely amazing. Met her at the psych unit back when I had depression and shit. I don't want to live no more. Oh shit, never mind. You know, because she was hot. I don't know. I haven't really loved many people in my life. It's a hard thing to explain. True love is a very rare thing. But if there's ever anyone who stole my heart, it was her. Wherever she's at, I would love to play another game of spades. She'll know what it means. But anyway, I don't see that happening though. Anyway, people call me a racist because of the Hitler jokes and shit sometimes. I'm like, I'm making fun of Hitler. You don't understand. It's like, Jesus, man. You don't dress up like him and mock him if you're siding with him. That's not how that works. No, I think black people are cool. Depends on the black person, though. Some of them do act foolish. Come on, guys. Don't make the communities look bad. You know what I mean? And the ones who aren't, awesome, you know? I'm going to word that. Yeah, there was a black chick at one point I really liked. It's all right. I don't tell people about that one much because I'm very secretive about it because, well, I know people get. I don't need my haters crapping on everything, but since most of the ones that would do that are gone for the most part, I figure it's not too bad. I'm not dropping names or anything. It's not like you'd be like, oh, look, guys, of all the people who pay Dead by Daylight, right? It's just no way. There's just no way they can pin what they do. I'll be very surprised. Yeah, my haters are not that bright, so. Anyway, let's see. I will sub. You do same. Me no love you long time. You gotta do good content for me to be able to do that, man. I'll explain this. I mean, you sub. I'll go look at your stuff after the stream. If I like it, I will. But if I don't like it, man, I can't sub to something I'm not enjoying. You know what I mean? To be fair, but I'll see. Maybe. It's not really. I don't think sub for sub is all right because you know I get people want to grow on YouTube. I totally feel that, you know, because you know everybody wants to feel special. We all want to feel validated. I get that. Fucking weird shit happening tonight. But anyway, here in Saginaw, Michigan. But anyway, but you see, it's not sub for sub. If I look at your stuff and say, you got some good shit too, fuck it, yeah, why not? You know, that's just how I operate. Because here's the reality. If I think your content is shit, if I do, okay, that's a very fair potential possibility, okay, then I would just unsub after a day. As I imagine people would do the same if they didn't like my shit. If you don't like my content, guys, don't tune in. Don't even tune in at that point. Just dislike, do not recommend channel, move on. You know, I get it, you know. I got like, what, 6.8 thousand subs, most of which are barely active most of the time, or they are, I fucking would never know. They don't say anything. Well, at that point, like, you know, I'm kind of a nobody. I'm not even starting point queso at this point, you know? So it's like, people might just pass me by because of that. I get that, you know? Plus, my content is not for everybody. It's mostly for me. Being honest. But, no, but I do gaming content. And some people like that, but some people, like, don't want the other stuff. And, guys, I'm trying to work on that, okay? I built 2 VOD channels to kind of separate content from here on out. But anyway, gotta figure out how I want to do it, because I know I can't do shit when I'm on the road. I found out that there's a YouTube feature where you can download videos and shorts that doesn't work. Can't flap it. The neck beard isn't really real, guys. It's just, I don't know what that is. But anyway, look, I might as well make fun of it before they do. You know what I mean? Just get ahead of the curve. So, yeah, downloading YouTube videos and downloading YouTube shorts from your own channel, because you should be able to do that. It's your content. It doesn't work on the YouTube Studio app or on YouTube, because all it gets is a broken video file that has no actual anything to it. 0 bytes. I'm like, fix your shit, YouTube. You know what I mean? Anyway, you should be thanking NWB. He has a need to capitalize off of making PDS famous. Well, that's good, considering I've given him half of them. I mean, you got Marks, you got Cinemas, you got Chad Gaming, Tony Work, WRD, all the rest of ranked material as we speak, unfortunately. Flips Gaming, April 23. Right now, he's capitalizing off Marks and Cinemas. And Wings 007. You're welcome. I told you so. He doesn't want to admit that. He's like, oh, fuck you, Tibbz. You're next. For exposing sickos? Right. He'll wake up eventually. Have faith in him. He's drunk most of the time. And I'm not picking on him. I smoke weed and get drunk myself. A lot of the time, if you can believe it. So, I do understand. I'm just hoping he would sober up for fucking 8 goddamn seconds and realize, oh, Tibbz was right, and he's just trying to help us. Yeah. Beyond that, there's not much to really thank him for, you know? Cyrax and now you. What do me and Cyrax have in common? I mean, I made that little bitch cry. I made him confess to being a pedo. And then, well, I expose sickos. He is one. I mean, the only thing we have in common is we're both labeled lolcows for different reasons. I'm labeled a lolcow because I expose predators, which is retarded, actually, because they don't even know what the word lolcow seems to mean. A lolcow is somebody you sit there and you watch and then laugh at them, right? Like a comedian. You're not supposed to engage with a comedian, though, apparently, according to lolcow culture. And that's all they do. They need to, like, talk to Josh Moon and read his post, or at least understand what the intention was. Because I don't think they're getting it, but whatever. And Cyrax is a lolcow because he is a diddler. I expose diddlers. Lolcow. He is a diddler. Lolcow. I don't think lolcow is a sensible term, if we're actually being honest here. That's why I don't like lolcow culture. It's just backwards all the time. It's like Democrats and Republicans the last 6 years. They flapjacked. Half these years, Democrats were the bad guys doing stupid, insane shit. Now it's MAGA doing it, which are technically Republican. It's like, come on, man. Pick a lane. But anyway, let's see. That's it? Nothing further? All right. Makes it easy. When are you coming back? She must have been buying something good, although it is like the middle of the night. Like, maybe everything's closed. She had to drive farther. I could get abducted by aliens. Because I'm mocking that. There's no way, right? I mean, is it weirder that no one gave a crap about the alien files? Or is it even weirder that they already showed all this in 2021 and they're acting like it's new? Like, that is actually the stupidity that the alien files they recently released, all that shit was released in 2021 under the Biden administration. None of this is new. And now it's coming out like, oh, these files are not that great. Yeah. Did you really expect something juicy? Like, also, where are the Mexicans from space? Like, where are the aliens at? I haven't seen a single one since these files dropped, which means nothing changed. Oh, the aliens are among us now. Okay, but do we stop paying taxes? Does that keep going? Like, this is important information, you know? Do we have to pay bills anymore? Could we just stop now the aliens are here among us now? Woo. Does capitalism just end? Do I get games for free? Is the weed free now? Like, the aliens are here. They're among us right now. All right. So, does that mean prostitution suddenly okay? Like, why are you telling us this? Like, this got to be some meaning, right? Like, you expect me to panic? Fuck, I think I'd get along with the aliens actually at this point. No, actually, no, I wouldn't. You know why? Because they're here now and they still don't want to hang out. We're all the weirdos that want to hang out and be like, hey, man, let's hang out. Let's smoke some weed. You want to do a little probing? Like, there's nothing's changed. I'm trying to think that this isn't real. I'm like, I feel like this is a psyop, and they're just seeing how people respond, considering they released this 3 or 4 years ago at minimum already. Oh, guess what? It's brand new. Never before seen. We made a website now. Like, bro, this fucking Trump's an idiot. Like, at least give us actual new shit. Ooh, that's a nice giant piece of debris floating to the sky. Wow, that is actually floating for a minute. There's like this space glow, a foggy weirdness. They just, that's crazy. Anyway, nothing. Just MWB should be thanked. I'll thank him when he wakes the fuck up and gives me credit for what I actually gave him today, because I gave him Mark Cinemas 3 years ago. And 007. But anyway, yeah, the aliens thing I don't get. Like, it is really weird to me. Like, on every level. It's like, all right, aliens are here. They're right here with us now. First of all, I call cap right now. I don't see any. I mean, there's the weird little shadows and shit, but that just might be ghosts. And ghosts, I'm still waiting for an explanation from the Vatican on that one. Because, you know, they locked their place up real tight. I don't know why we stormed Area 51 a while back. Like, that was some stupid shit. Why storm Area 51? They already moved it if they knew you were coming, right? They can't kill all of us. Well, that'd be true, right? But, like, why not storm the Vatican? That's where the Jews... Don't you guys want to know if Jesus is real? What if he's buried in there? All right, guys. I'm going to make a Facebook group, an event. We're going to go storm the Vatican. Let's find out. I mean, I can't go, but I'm depending on you guys to have cameras. I can film that shit. Suddenly, all the military shows up. No. This time we're for real. Like, because, you know, I kind of like, I feel like they're more protective of that, to be honest. Because, you know, hey guys, aliens. Well, Trump says at some point, so I guess, I don't know. Like, aliens. Fucking. Are they gonna, like, come down here and... I don't want to tell that many racist jokes because then I'll get into trouble. But, like, are the aliens gonna come down here and mow our lawns from space? There's space lawnmowers. Fucking. I know. Different kind of alien, obviously. But, like, still, it's like, how do you not, right? It's like, where are they? Give me some hills have eyes, little shit. Giant people with giant eyes show up like, hey, you asked for us? I'm like, oh. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think you guys would show up. Where's the Men in Black when you need them? I don't think they're being serious. I think they're just trying to... I think what they're doing with the alien files, and I hate to say this, but I also feel this way with the Epstein files, I feel that they're trying to see how we're gonna react. Because here, guys, the biggest mystery of the universe, here's the answers. And they're here with us right now, like, all right, as I'm in a room at a bar, which one of y'all flies a UFO? Like, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be a joke, right? Like, where is all the damning proof? And the files themselves were just boring. Here, guys, look at this misconstrued picture of an object on a black and white screen that's super fuzzy. Motherfuckers been having cameras advanced for years. Military cameras look shittier than a VHS recorder on like heavy steroid drugs. You know, like the VHS camera could not be any shakier and any fuzzier. You just get this fucking bar problem. You can't make out shit. It's like watching pay-per-view when you don't own the pay-per-view, but if you get that cable wire just right, you know, I can almost see Kane burying the Undertaker at Survivor Series, because that's how I saw that happen, by the way. Just messing with the wire. Oh, I got the pay-per-view and I didn't pay for it this time. You know, that's what I'm watching on these fucking UFO files. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway, what's up, guys? Let's see, what are we talking about? Hey, it's me. Hey, Miss Who Girl. Aliens, scared of humans. Maybe. It's weird. Their technology is so much more advanced, though, supposedly. But yet, oh, we can wear skin suits, but we're scared of the little meat sacks. I'm like, oh. Let's see. You think Ashley checks under her bed for Varys? If we're going to go that route on that topic, probably. Because, I mean, she's been paranoid about me speaking on YouTube for years. She disappeared about 2 or 3 years ago, though. Hopefully she stays gone. I don't want to talk to that bitch no more. She was a horrible human being. Behind the scenes, she was an abusive brat for the longest time. Oh, sorry, John. I didn't take my bipolar meds. Do you want to hang out with me? Here's my boobs. And, she never actually showed her boobs. It was just like towel pics. Her in a towel, like, felt like she was flirting. I'm like, okay, she's bipolar. She's flirty. She hates her life. I'm depressed and single. I don't know. Who knows? Right? Then I found out she was a sicko, pervert, diddler piece of shit. And then I'm going to destroy you. Yeah, I don't want to talk to her no more. I hope she burns in hell or is far away, fucking off somewhere else. Personally. I got so much shit for dealing with that, though. Like, I'm going to destroy you, bitch. Oh my God, you're threatening her, but she's a pedophile. I thought that's what we do to them. Alex Rosen would never support this. What? You know, I've noticed that there is a blatant level of sexism when it comes to male pedophiles versus female pedophiles. The male ones, everyone just was apeshit, wants to destroy their existence. And I feel the same way, if I'm being completely honest. But the female ones, it's like, and I want to destroy their existence too, because I'm not biased based on who has a dick and who doesn't, right? But the female ones, most of the general public's like, oh, wait. Let's talk about this. I'm like, wait, they're a pedophile though. You can't destroy them, right? I find that to be the most entertaining thing about the society is somehow if they're female, it's suddenly okay. Because everyone wants to hit that, am I right? I don't. I have standards, obviously. But like the rest of the people out there, it's like, what other explanation do you have for them all siding with her? It's like, you do not understand what she did. It was literally what Cyrex did. Oh, but you don't understand. I do. You would do anything, you fucking simp. That was the problem, right? So yeah, I'm sure she does probably check. Because, you know, everything Varys ever said came true. And it will again. So let's see. Our history is nuts. Yeah. Liam Tubbz. I'm going to assume it's a coincidence. So anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I do think the Epstein files, although, see, the Epstein files is different. Alien files, it's like, hey guys, aliens are real. They walk among us, and we've been working with them to create space technology that we could use against our enemies. Okay, well, let's discuss the retarded motive in the room. Wouldn't the other countries see that, though? That's the problem. Little plot hole there. But anyway, the fact that no one had a reaction back in 2021 or now, people are like, yeah, the aliens, we get that, but when are we going to hold people accountable for the Epstein shit? Like, let's cover one for the other. Like, you know, they're aliens. You think you'd like be like, oh, yeah, let's arrest the Epstein guys, but let's talk about this too, though, right? No, there's like, we don't care about the aliens. No one gives a fuck. Like, all right, cool. We're going to experience some Rick and Morty level shit where we're going to be living amongst aliens all the time. Or Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever. Star Wars. Be Star Wars out here. There might even be a galactic empire at some point. I don't know, actually, at this point. It's just like, it's a little bit odd that no one had a reaction. They're like cracking jokes, if nothing else. Because if the aliens are now up there and the Epstein files are over here and they probably don't approve of this, you never know. Is that technically aliens versus predator? I mean, the fact that that's even circulating online is awesome. I was hoping we get another movie. Didn't expect this though, but all right. The xenomorph is the good guy. Never saw that coming. Because usually the predator is the one who's the good guy, but well, predators, am I right? So anyway, awkward. Gonna change the topic here, but anyway. But the Epstein files is different though, right? Because they have actual testimonies, court records, and everything proving that at one point Donald Trump RAPE'd a 13-year-old alongside Epstein. There's witnesses and everything to prove it. And not only is our president, our commander-in-chief, Donald J. Trump, out there violating America's youth and getting away with it, but we also have not had any actual arrests, which is concerning. Because that's the one that we should be bothered by, right? Aliens, hopefully they help us. Aliens show up and they help us deal with it, right? In a perfect world, the aliens show up, they get out of their flying saucers and says, let's kill the pedophiles, take us to your leaders, because they don't want to talk to our leader, they want to murder the pedophiles that are in charge, which is be funny as hell, because then it really would be alien versus predator. And I would be so voting for the xenomorphs. Oh my God, what if there's xenomorphs? Like, I didn't even thought of what if there are aliens? Like, because, if Hollywood movies and all that crap comes from, like Terminator predicted AI and it's slowly becoming that, which is crazy, then maybe they got the xenomorphs right. But do you think we could domesticate them? Because having a dog alien xenomorph thing from Alien 3, that'd be kind of wild. That'd be kind of awesome. Here, you want to eat? You want to eat something? Here, just enter into Sex Fender's house. You just hear the screaming, then the dog yelling and runs back out. Like, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I want me a little xenomorph dog, right? Awesome. And I would own that shit. It'd be awesome. But, I do kind of understand the sentiment, right? It's like, sure. Oh, wait, yeah. Back to the original thought, too, right? So the alien files, no one gives a crap. It's really, well, it's universally interesting, but still. But the Epstein files, that one's damning. You can't really push that one away. But also, another thing, alien files, no one gives a crap, right? Epstein files prove that Trump did this. I mean, it's been on the news, if you guys look far back enough. But I'm thinking to myself, why, if it was all a psyop, this is the problem, right? Aliens, yeah, that could just see how you react. The Epstein shit, they're incriminating themselves. That's a really bold move. I mean, how insane you'd have to be to take a gamble like that. So part of me thinks, okay, well, maybe it's not entirely a psyop. Maybe it is true. But if it is, what the fuck are you all doing? Like, I can't go myself, obviously. Now, I don't have the money. I don't have a vehicle that can go that far or that hard. But also, where the fuck is everybody else? The only guy who tried anything, there is one guy who did try. And it's that lunatic who basically shot into the one building with a shotgun when he was trying to supposedly assassinate the... I don't know if I could say those two words in the same sentence, actually. It might put me on a watch list. I'm kidding, I don't care. But, like, realistically, that guy with the shotgun who tried to, boom, Mr. Trump, supposedly, it could have been anybody at the end of the day. He could have had his eyes on any asshole in that room. He's the only one who tried to do anything, think about it. And none of you had his back. Now he's in a hospital handcuffed and they didn't take him out for some reason, which is weird. And then right after, like, say, guys, this is why we need a ballroom. And then we entertained that. I swear to God, Donald Trump is going to make us a look of the world. It's like, why do we need a ballroom? Like, I get it. He's the president. You know what the fuck he wants, realistically. But, like, of all the things you could do, Okay, you released the alien files. That's your fuck you to every president before you, I guess. I don't know. You released half the Epstein files, showing that you're a corrupt piece of shit, but you'll still leak some of it to fuck everybody else over, right? And yourself along the way, I've noticed. Can't forget the cannibalism. That shit is wild. Okay. Then there was, of course, Venezuela. He literally wanted to, he's like, I want to do a real life version of Call of Duty Ghosts from 2013. And the fucking guy did it. All this shit I can almost understand. It's the ballroom that throws me off. I'm like, guys being a gangster, reliving his glory days from Call of Duty Ghosts in those lobbies. Because I'm assuming that he played Call of Duty Ghosts, right? Then you have the Epstein shit and the alien files. Oh, and the JFK files. Don't forget that shit, right? That was him, right? That leaked those? Or declassified them? Basically telling us the CIA killed the most beloved president in our history. Well, fuck the CIA, I guess. I don't know what the hell your goal was there. But then, of all those things, I can almost get it. Because fuck every previous regime, aliens, and, Call of Duty Ghosts. Because the Iran thing, I guess he's just, I don't know, trying to impress his buddy in Saudi Arabia. Because, the Sultan likes to suck him off, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm in America. I can fucking say that. I can also assume. But, it's the ballroom that I don't get. I'm assuming that Israel has a sultan, by the way. Just we're clear on that. But, actually, it's all the pedos in Israel that helped him with the Epstein shit. That leaked all of it for some stupid... Again, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but there's something there that's weird to me. Why would you incriminate yourselves like that? The ballroom. Why a ballroom? We're not in the 1700s. We're not in the 1800s. We don't have balls anymore. Beauty and the Beast was a fictional story. And look at guys, I've diamonds. We got the big 404. File not found. So anyway, the ballroom makes no sense. If he's the Beast, who's the Beauty? Am I right? Or is Mr. Trump a bottom? This would be interesting news, considering how every Republican shows up and Grindr crashes. That's also been a thing, but we'll just assume this is just for the joke of it, right? So you got Mr. Trump over here being the Beauty. Who's the Beast then? Is it Satan? Is Satan going to come to Earth and just mount Donald Trump in that ballroom? What's going on here? Why did he want a ballroom? While this gangster shows up with a shotgun, I got these Epstein motherfuckers. Which I don't know how people didn't praise that at the same time, considering the Epstein shit. Because there have been no arrests to my knowledge. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there have been arrests, but I don't remember any. Considering our president's still a president, but whatever. Again, that was another thing, too. He is in those files, and it's specific. Has anyone checked his penis for a bite mark, by the way? I mean, I feel like that would be the most damning evidence there. Or if there's anything missing, I suppose. I don't know. But, the ballroom. Why the ballroom? What are you trying to tell us, man? It's that one threw me off so heavily. And then he paid $400 million or something. It was a shit ton of money. And guess who pays for that? The taxpayers. So we can't afford groceries. Rent is through the roof. Realty market is just destroyed. There's a housing crisis and a homelessness crisis. I would know. I'm living fucking proof. There is a issue with gas going up to $5 to $6 a gallon in a lot of places. And then on top of all that, he is apparently taking huge amounts of money, 40 or 400, I know it's one of the two, $1 million to build, for whatever reason, a ballroom. Can I ask you all something? Do we still have balls anymore? Are you guys going to go to the ball? You get all dressed up? Wear your giant fucking cage dress that has you dress out for some stupid reason? I don't know what the fuck. That is the meanest trick you can play on black people. You see, everybody likes a big booty bitch. Everybody. Myself included, okay? Those cages were just mean back in the day because it made it look like she has this huge, whoa, whoosh. And they didn't, to be fair, okay? But who goes to the ball anymore? I thought that was over after the early 1900s. 1901, 1902, you know what I mean? The ball. secretly, I kind of want to have an invite now. I'm like, I want to see this shit. I want to know what this is all about. But then he says something so stupid. Mr. Trump said something so fucking stupid. He's like, well, we need a ball to top issues like that guy with a shotgun. Well, why do you need that? The guy got stopped, didn't he? He's alive on top of it all. But like, what does a ball do besides have extra large windows? I'm assuming that's the case. Like, you are building this into the east wing of the White House too for 40 or 400. It's a lot. It's millions of dollars, right? That's any million of dollars. It's not no small amount, but you're talking 40 million. I think it was 400, but regardless, that's a lot of money. Gunshots. Welcome to Saginaw. But anyway, it would be around this time of night. So I'm just thinking to myself, because I don't care about the gunshots. They're not coming after me. I already know it. But anyway, I'm just saying to myself, a ball. A fucking ball. What the fuck do we need a ball for? Am I invited to the ball? What is this going to look like? How does that have more security? Are these bulletproof windows? Like, I'm really... The guy had a shotgun and you caught him alive. Do you really need the extra security? Considering you did just fine and nobody got hurt. By the way, that's the thing too. Nobody got hurt. Secret Service did a fine job. Unfortunately, considering these people are on the Epstein list. Files, whatever. I'm like, fucking God, you guys just... What moron goes to kill chomos with a shotgun, by the way? You should have gone with an AR-15. You would have actually hit the chomos. Fucking idiot. Could have been a fucking war hero. Because you know, all pedos, 2 rounds, back of the shell. Boom, 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 motherfucker. No, he took a shotgun. I mean, I get it. America is cheap as fuck, but you could have done better, man. And now he's sitting in a hospital somewhere cuffed. He's like, I don't know what they're going to do to me. Throw off the Epstein files or anything, go off of, probably SA your ass and then eat you. They're like, what do we do with him? He tried to end us. The elites are all like, I have a plan. And they just, well, they rape him and then eat him. I mean, like, that's what it sounds like they're going to do, which is, wow. I love that we have free speech in this country still, by the way, if I noted that. So anyway, that's another thing that makes it all weird to me. It's also weird to me that we have free speech to discuss all of this. Because they control the media. Why would they let you see it? Yeah, that's the $1 million issue here. Is that, okay, let's say the Epstein files are there. Let's say the alien files are there. Let's say everything else is the case. If they're really doing all this, knowing how many of us there are that surround them on every level, why would they let you see it? Like, I feel like that would kind of ruin the surprise. Let's see. You still need to borrow 50. From who, what, when, where, why? Anyway. Yeah, I find this whole thing with the Epstein files, the alien files, the ballroom, all of it, it's all just weird to me. But then again, Trump is like 79 years old. You know what the reality could be? You gotta hear some shit. The reality is maybe Trump's just senile. Like, all of this would make more sense. All of it. Like the alien files, we're going to prove to you they're real. And you're just seeing crap that it doesn't prove anything. Because he's senile. Old, 79 years old, going through dementia, thinking, ooh, look, they'll see what I see. The Epstein shit? He's like, oh yeah, we're going to forget about that. But here they are, and here's him in it. Because he's got dementia. He doesn't realize how stupid that is. And because he's the president, he's making demands. He's like, red button, red button, red button. I was like, no, we won't arrest him. Shit, what do we do? Like, that's what they're probably going through right now. And then, of course, there's the Venezuela thing. At one point, you know he was a film star, right? So it makes sense he would have played Call of Duty Ghosts at one point before his brain started to wither away. Biden had the same problem, unfortunately. We need to stop recruiting 80-year-old men to be president. We need people who are a little more down to earth and mentally there. Unfortunately, we seem to have a problem with getting younger people to be president. Ew. Gross. Anyway, all of it would make sense if you just consider the fact that he's old and senile. It's not even a psyop. It's just... And then you have all these people online trying to, like... MAGA is not really a cult. They really just can't admit. They're in denial that this man truly is that insane. Because he has dementia and all that, just like Biden. Democrats and Republicans. It makes sense. And then what else? What else? I could explain everything, right? And then, let's see. These things online, they're made to look like it's a psyop kind of thing. Oh, what if it's not? What if it's just, they're just trying to salvage this any way they can? Like, oh, it's meant to look like this. And that's why you're actually allowed to see it. Which means this will pass. This is not the end of America. There won't be any Führer anywhere in charge. Everyone who's delusional says otherwise. They're just the idiots and assholes who think they have their opportunity to be a scumbag. They're like, oh, the Nazis are coming back. White power. Anyway, you get my point, right? And then they think that this is real, only to find out in a couple of years from now that Trump either drops dead from a fucking aneurysm or he was insane all along and, they didn't know what to do. And it was just the biggest fuck up of leadership in American history. That's what I think is going on, if you want my honest opinion. If I was to actually calculate this is not the beginning of a totalitarian government. The media is capitalizing because it brings in the views, just like it did in the 90s. And this is just all the assholes coming out of the woodwork because they think this is their moment. But then the rest of it, he's just really old. It's funny. We saw the same thing with Biden and his people. Because I didn't forget Antifa. Woke mob. I did not. Everyone wants to be a dickhead. Yet somehow we believe in democracy. Also, when you have a person who's mentally ill to that level in charge of that height of power, yeah, you're going to have a lot of division in your country. Because they're like... The one label really does it, actually. If they're a Democrat, Democrats feel like, oh, we're awesome. And now it's MAGA doing the same thing. There's a reason for that. Like, realistically, that's what's going on, I would think. That's why we haven't seen any aliens, because they don't actually have anything. They're here with us now. I wonder who said that, by the way. Nobody. Just some random quote people started throwing around. Oh, they're saying they're with us here. I mean, I do think that there's aliens out there somewhere. I'm going to quote Contact here, or Jodie Foster, whatever the fuck her name was. That would be a great waste of space. But, why rush it? They've been probing people's booty holes for years, up until the LGBT community showed up, and then suddenly the numbers started to dwindle on probing. Let's see. Are you asking me if I need to borrow $50? I mean, I suppose. Send it via PayPal if you want. I don't recall asking anybody, but I mean, it would help. It would pay for gas money and shit. Oh, let's see. Anyway, we're not sure when Lady Friend's coming back. And she's been gone a lot longer than I thought she was going to be. I know she's coming back, but I might have to call her in a second. So, I might have to end the stream. But anyway, I'm going to go call Lady Friend, see what's going on. Maybe she ran out of gas, or maybe she's figuring something out, or maybe she's still looking for food. I have no idea. And if it's going to be a bit, maybe I'll come back and do another stream. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, you guys have been awesome. I want you guys to know that. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. All the comments and the people who joined the chat and participated. I appreciate you. All the kind words from everybody. I appreciate you guys especially. There's those shadows again. Anyway, guys, if I don't show up tomorrow, it's because I get abducted by aliens or probed by a ghost. If I'll be here at all, it'll probably be in the evening time. I might make shorts throughout the day. I'm hoping to watch a movie tonight, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, peace out. Adios.
There's no game for the street, she want character. More bus, I ain't a crook or amateur. Make money, make love, I'm a balancer. Yeah, I'ma give her flash, she ain't had enough. Got you at the yard, get you up a yard now. The kids got it good, money I'ma pass down. I can't have beef, ain't nobody in my town. Make 105 if you wanna be around. And when I go, saying wanna be found. Fuck around, you can hold one of these rounds. It's like everybody want one of these pounds. Spend it on my street, she ain't one of these clowns. Why you coming out if you ain't wanna be crowd? Let your body move, make it move to the sound. Girl, let your body move, make it move to my house. Smooch and smile, move to the couch.
Balance, they go. Balance, they go. Balance, they go. Balance, they go. Lambaye, she want trap by ye. She want trap my rap by ye. Gucci and Prada, Lambaye, she want trap by ye. She want trap my rap by ye. Gucci and Prada, trap my rap. She don't chop my rapper. Me, I go drop our father. Say I go drop our father, yeah.
She said she wanna balance the crib. My niggas out the back, she wanna balance the fit. Balance the zip, so I balance the rib. Couple niggas only gotta balance the loot to go challenge the you know. She wanna buy more pillows. I can't get Z, I need more zeros. She wanna be free till I bust, you know. I'll never come back, I just got to go.